I'm torturing Brandon, guys. Brandon is having the best time of his life, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. Isn't he a handsome fella? I made him the center focal point of the stream will begin shortly screen, and he's very happy about it. Right, Brandon?
I'm always happy.
He's we're having a great night. Tonight. Yes, tonight. It's a great night to be here at the Gathering Hall with me, Matthew, and Brandon, who is above me, doing a little dance. Guys, welcome back to the Gathering Hall. This is episode number 556, discussion hall number 17. Who is Lily Orchard? This is actually a Joon The King. Sorry, I keep looking behind me because I'm using this screen back here to capture OBS so that I can send it to Brandon. This whole setup is weird, and it requires a lot of, like, finagling. Anyways. So, the Insanity Island theme. We're going to do a playthrough of this game eventually. So me and Brandon have been kind of talking a little bit about what we want to play on the channel going forward, because if I'm being quite honest with you, I don't care about modern gaming. I don't. There hasn't been a game that I have been legitimately excited for, other than like Metroid Prime and maybe Mario Wonder.
Monster Hunter.
I'm not even super excited for Monster Hunter Wilds because I don't know enough about it. For one, I don't know what do. Or hey, CB, I remembered. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you guys.
Also, hello there, Bannerford and CB. I don't know if you said hello to Bannerford.
Did I not? Hello, Bannerford.
I don't remember you saying hello, but hello, Bannerford. Hello, CB. We're gonna talk about people.
Yeah,
he knows a bit about this. I have no idea.
Well, I know.
Back to this.
I don't know much. So yeah, guys, this is a video by Joon The King. Makes excellent videos. Joon The King. Go ahead and I've popped the video we're reacting to in the description of this live stream. So if you'd like to check out the video for yourself without us pausing and talking over it, go ahead and do that. Go over there, check his channel out. He makes really, really high quality, well-researched, excellent video essays. And that's what we're watching today, one of his. So Brandon said that I know some about this person. I don't know anything, not really. I was listening to this video while I was driving around today doing my job. And it was very, very difficult to follow because this person has multiple aliases and makes up multiple people, and it's just a big fucking mess. And we're going to try to figure it out together. This is probably going to be a fairly shorter stream tonight, because I have had a very long day and I'm tired, but this will probably be a more than one part kind of video is what I'm getting at. So we're just going to, honestly, if you don't feel like playing games, dude, I would love to do more of these, but it's difficult to do. They're dangerous to do too. Because I don't want to get involved with a bunch of beef with people that I don't fucking care about.
Well, like, I mean, we could do other things. We don't have to react to these type of people. We could also do like more fun reacts. Like,
yeah, that's what you were saying at the beginning of this. That he wants to do a couple reactions to some more lighthearted content, which I would totally be down for too. But
like, I know there's a YouTube channel that has a where they do like funny like retail shop jokes, and they have like a whole trilogy of the Lord of the Rings trope with their hierarchy of the store that I'd like to show you because it's funny as hell.
Yeah, man. Like, the discussion halls typically are meant for more. I mean, that's why they're called discussion halls. They're meant for discussion. So I'm fine with doing reactions, but if we're gonna do reactions, I would rather have that as a separate segment and keep these more in line with like discussing topics and, you know.
Yeah, but I think we could also start branching out to do more fun instead of these like serious, like the Boogie 298H ISO speed kind of things.
That shit was funny, Brandon. I don't care what you say. I'm trying to figure out how to turn the chat on screen.
If I remember right, ISO speed got one legitimate laugh from me.
There we go. The Boogie 2988 video, Brandon, that shit was funny. I mean, it was horribly sad, and it was awful to watch him go down that path and disappointing.
Are you talking about when he tried to eat his microphone?
Dude, I thought he was going to swallow it. Yes. I laughed so hard, it hurt. So yes, Ben, hold on. Let me answer his questions real quick. Multiple aliases? You mean like multiple personalities or personas? No, I mean just changes her name all the time, and also makes people up. You'll see. We'll get into it. The LTG discussion hall, the discussion hall we want but never got because LTG is too vile. Basically, yes. If we ever start streaming on Kick, maybe we'll do that. I don't know.
If we ever do like pre-made recordings, we could also do it because we could bleep out all the racist slurs, which would just be basically us being like, "Can we show this beep 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 corny ass Ken?" So
see, the thing with LTG though is he's funny for like 10 minutes, and then he just gets really old. All right, let's get into this. There we go. Should be able to use the space bar now. Yes. Let me know if you guys can hear the video. Let me know if the audio needs to be adjusted.
Illegal activities that its distribution
should be able to hear it now.
Result in punishment if the perpetrator lives in Canada. And Canadian content creator Lillian Orchard, an attached author of this work, has been archived distributing it. Even this pales in comparison to the allegations that are now coming out against Lily.
I love his dramatic fucking editing, dude.
To Patchwork detailing the extreme art that they made for Lily.
Hold on. Whoa, June. Dude, I wanted to read that shit. Bro, you're going too fast. You told me you loved me, that we were the best friends, and you genuinely enjoyed my company. And ghosting me overnight without a word is nothing personal. Really, Lily? Respond, Brandon.
okay, hold on. Their name is Lily Pete Submissions. Okay, I didn't expect you to believe me. That's why I offered to talk about it. What?
That doesn't address anything that person said before.
That doesn't say anything. If anything, that's that's saying that I knew you wouldn't believe me.
I don't know.
Like I knew you knew I was full of shit kind of conversation.
Oh, you could totally press K. No, you lied to me, YouTube. K doesn't work.
There exists a seemingly endless stream.
Just do space.
Well, if I don't have that window active, space doesn't work.
That's true.
And I'm still.
I'm so goddamn sick and tired of being me.
Adding to the confusion is a mystery of her alleged.
So what are all these claims that you invented a person?
Infamous alias Tara Callie.
Yeah.
Her history as
Okay, so we have Tara Callie and Ballspawn. So that's two aliases.
So was I right about that? Is it Ballspawn?
Yeah. Yeah, he just said Ballspawn.
I'm so
that Lily exists, and even Lily has shown to greatly dislike.
I missed it.
I'm so goddamn sick and tired.
Lily
of being
Orchid,
me.
so that's three.
Adding to the confusion is a mystery of her alleged infamous alias Tara Callie. Her history as Ballspawn.
Yeah, Ballspawn.
And an obsession with the Pokemon God of War.
That doesn't surprise me.
Why does that not surprise you, Brandon?
Even with Lily constantly scrubbing her history
For some god unknown reason.
to capture.
Have you ever seen that Joker?
Oh, Brandon, we got to point your camera down, son. All I see is the top of your head. Which one? No. Finish. I mean, we can. What do you want to look up?
I'll send you it.
Yeah, send that shit.
It's
We'll keep going with this, but go ahead and send it.
This otherwise unbelievable story that will be assembled in this video.
See, I'm actually super interested because, like I said, I was trying to listen to this while I was working today, and I couldn't follow it. There was just so many fucking names thrown out. I was like, who are these people?
Quote, Ballspawn was born on May 30th, 1992.
He's older than me.
Due to bullying and torment at school, he had a mental breakdown at the age of 14 and was sent to the Ray Allen Center on November 28, 2006 for a month. Unquote. There are several things of note from this quote. First is the
I wish I could have read the rest of that. Returning home soon after. Not going to be able to. He's got half of it cut off.
Entries involving Lily. Second is the name Ballspawn. This was her online moniker, likely derived from the race of Ball from Dungeons & Dragons, a race more so known for aligning with evil. But this influence was more than likely through Baldur's Gate, which Lily has been known.
Okay, so it's not like It's not like testicles, Brandon.
No.
It's like ball, as in.
Well, you saw how it was spelled, Bhaal.
But also, I was driving and I didn't have my phone screen on, so all I heard was ball spawn and testicles. That's all I heard, Brandon.
Dragon's IP. Third is this was Lily pre-transition, when her name was Jerry Pete, and as such going forward, all quotes or references towards Lily will be read to reflect her currently. The fourth and final point is the specificity of this fanfiction wiki. Despite Lily being relatively unknown at the time, this page goes into extreme detail, but it does so without any...
All right. You want to take the first paragraph there, Brandon? We can learn a little bit.
Ballspawn became well known for his hit series Animal Magnetism, publishing the first chapter on September 24, 2007. It became a hit due to its originality and questionable content. Using this story, Ballspawn coined the term Pokephilia, meaning a human who falls in love with a Pokemon. Ballspawn's character became known and loved throughout the site. Soon after finishing Animal Magnetism, Ballspawn moved immediately to Animal Magnetism 2. It was here where he killed off the main character, Kevin Cordles. Kevin made a resurrection halfway through Animal Magnetism 3, though, but was sent off to war at the story's end. Do we continue?
Do I need to? What the fuck?
I mean, I can continue if you want me to continue reading.
I'll get the next one. On February 5th, 2008, Ballspawn announced on his profile page that he would end the Animal Magnetism series with the fourth and final novel, Animal Magnetism 4 Brutal Endings. It was here that he killed off Kevin once again. Poor Kevin.
He hates Kevin.
Poor Kevin. Along with his girlfriend, a guard of war. The ending took so many readers by surprise and was met by a very positive reaction. One reviewer said it was beautiful and dramatic.
Okay, after we're done with these paragraphs, Matthew, you have to see that video I sent.
Matt looks like he wants to die. Dude, it's just weird to me. Like, have your kinks, have your things, you know, it's whatever. I don't judge. But it's like, when you start bringing it to the forefront and you're like making it your personality, then it becomes weird. I don't know. Your kinks don't belong on the internet is what I'm getting at.
Okay. So, yeah, after we're done with this, we're going to do a quick, it's like 53 seconds long, so it won't be that bad. Anyways, on May 2nd, 2008, Ballspawn continued his series with Crossbreed, a novel that followed Kevin's daughter, who is half carnivore, and her appearance can show... Wait, what? And her appearance can show... That's just weird wording. Jaina Cordels fell in love with her best friend, Jake Adner, and the two of them were implied to have sex, though Ballspawn never wrote out the scene, but left in markers that implied sex, causing an attack on his writing skill.
That was a very confusing paragraph.
Dude, the fact that his thing was labeled as crossbreed.
Well, Brandon, it's a crossbreed between human and Pokemon. So, I don't even want to think about it. Let's just not think about
let's just continue.
On October 31st, 2008, Ballspawn, what a fucking name, Ballspawn, treaded new ground with Whispering Illusions, a Family Guy novel centering around an original character, and Meg. Upon posting the first part of the climax of the story, Ballspawn broke his chapter record from 1771 words to 2,856 sexually filled words. I added that part, sorry. The file size for the chapter was over 12 kilobytes. Ballspawn's file sizes are very small, as he has noted that he uses Notepad due to his hatred of spell check. Why do you hate spell check? I love spell check. I'm awful at spelling.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Just ask Brandon what it was like watching me try to create the thumbnail for tonight. I misspelled Lily Orchard probably 70 fucking times. Both Pain and Animal Magnetism, two guys and a God of War, have both been deleted, and there are no further attempts to continue them. To this day, Ballspawn refuses to post his real name on fanfiction.net.
Okay. Wait, pause this.
Yet many of these
Ballspawn's file sizes are very small. Sounds like an attack. It should be. This person
And,
here is a real piece of shit. Just let you know now.
Just so you have the same kind of thing I'm seeing with this, go watch that thing on Discord.
Oh yeah. All right, hold up, y'all.
Because all I can think about while watching this is this thing right here.
You're gonna be copyright claimed, Brandon.
Batman, I caught a little Pokemon. Do you want to know what Pokemon I caught?
What Pokemon did you catch, Joker?
I caught a Lopunny, Batman. I caught a Lopunny.
Oh no, Joker. Don't tell me.
You already know, Batman. You know what I'm gonna do to that thing.
Joker, it's an animal, Joker, you can't.
Batman, there's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. I can do whatever I want with it.
No, Joker.
As he slowly rips open the condom. I mean, let's be real. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what when
Fucking-
we were learning about this. all I could think about
Lily
is there's no
Orchard
laws
about
against
to
the Pokemon,
attack
Batman.
every fucking Gardevoir that she comes across, dude.
Have been proven to be true. This
Yes,
may
that
be
video,
inspired
Bannerford.
by someone who knew Lily well, or this page was written by Lily herself. The page includes insight on Lily, who was 14.
Oh, I'm not reading all this.
Saying that she was sent
Oh wait, we've already read this
No.
shit.
because
It's-
of severe depression and what comes with it. Things hardly improve from here.
I think it's the same thing.
During the ACT program, Ballspawn became known for her hit series Animal Magnetism. Publishing the first chapter on September 24, 2007, it became a hit due to its originality and questionable content.
I think you read it better. Just saying.
Ballspawn coined the term, quote-unquote,
Matt looked
"feeling."
captivated after knowing Joke. You know, so legitimately, do you want to know why I was so captivated by that little video that Brandon just watched with me? It had nothing to do with the Lopunny there, to be honest with you. It was actually entirely because the animation style was spot fucking on. It was very well done. I was trying to figure out if that was like a fan animation or if somebody had somehow taken like an episode and had changed it, you know, because people do that with things. So that's why I was so like, ugh. But yes, it was kind of funny.
No, it's a fan animation. It's just really fucking nicely animated.
Yeah, it's very well done. And it's fucking hilarious.
Particular love interest, a Gardevoir, a Pokemon with distinct humanistic traits.
There's nothing humanoid about Gardevoir. I've never understood why people say that. Like, what is humanoid about Gardevoir?
She's wearing a dress.
Is it because she has 2 legs and arms, Brandon?
She has a human-shaped body, therefore
Yeah.
hot.
What? No.
sexy Pokemon.
You know what else has 2 legs and arms? A fucking kangaroo. I don't see people
You
walking
know-
around being sexually attracted to kangaroos, dude.
Matthew, they're zoophiles.
You're probably right. That probably exists.
No, there are.
Of course, because they're all a bunch of fucking weirdos. Ugh.
Honestly, was just a.
Oh no, hold on.
What the hell am I
don't wanna
looking
talk
at?
about this? I don't know, but I don't want to talk about this on here. But remind me after we end stream about Game Freak.
You'll have to tell me because I won't remember.
I'll try to remember.
Okay. So let's try to decipher what we're looking at. That's,
Well, that's
Absol.
Absol.
That's Absol 100%. What the fuck is that thing in the middle?
That looks like somebody who tried to do a Carbot animation and failed. And that one looks like an OC pony.
I think you're spot on with that last one. I think you're right. I think you're right, dude.
It was during this time that was like the biggest it was ever.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a girl, and she found porn of it.
You know, we were part of that community for a little bit. And now
We were on the fringes of that community.
Brandon, I made a My Little Pony video game. I was
I guess
pretty
that's true.
part of that community for a little
And
bit.
I guess I did when I was in school. There was a website that created your own OC that I did actually do.
Yeah, we did all that shit. But you know what I never, ever thought, not even once, crossed my mind?
Fucking Twilight Sparkle.
Fucking Twilight Sparkle, or any of them. Sex
Yeah,
never
that's true.
entered the conversation with me and that show, ever. Not even once. It was never
Yeah,
even a
'cause the
passing
horses.
thought. I don't know, it was just, I mean, the animation style is super cutesy. It's very clearly a children's television show. It just had good writing. Matt and
Cool.
Brandon, Laura
Originally.
revealed, Ah, dude, I've always been kind of open about that, you know?
Yeah, so I guess to start the story, when that first came out, Matthew walked up to me and was like, "Hey, you want to watch My Little Pony?" And
Hold
I was
on.
just like, "No."
Yeah, we watched it pretty much. I think up and yes, I think that's where we stopped. She became an alicorn, and I was like, to me, the story's wrapped up now. Like, I don't need to watch it anymore. That too. And with Twilight becoming an alicorn, it kind of just threw her friends to the side, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why was the audio muted? Damn it! How much? God damn it. Why is that not there? Hold on. He literally, Brandon, he can't hear you at all. He cannot hear you in the slightest. I have to, for some reason, the Discord audio got removed from your camera. So I have to re-add that. There.
Oh.
Now retell your story, Brandon. We're all listening.
Okay, so now that I guess I'm audible again, I will retell the story. So, when My Little Pony came out, I was young, and Matthew was younger than he is now. We were like in your
Really, Brandon?
mid-teens.
That's how the past works. I had no
I
idea.
know. You were in what, your mid-teens?
No, early 20s.
Was
Somewhere
it
around there.
early? Was it really
Yeah, it was
that?
It was like 2015, 2016, somewhere around there.
Anyways,
I was out of school.
so Matthew asked me one day if I wanted to watch a show with him, and I said, "What show?" He goes, "My Little Pony." I said, "No, isn't that a show for girls?" He goes, "Come on, let's just watch it for fun." I said, "Okay." And so we walked in, we start watching it. You know, it plays the theme song, which is super fucking corny as hell, and we're like, "Oh God, I don't know if we're gonna watch this." And then we got through the first like 2 episodes, and it ends super corely, you know, with Twilight finding her friends and be like, "I got my friends," and we're like, I don't know. But we decided to continue watching it because there were some funny moments. Next thing we knew, we were all the way up to the point where
We had binged.
Twilight Sparkle became an alicorn, and we're like, what happened, basically?
Yeah, we binged it. And I don't regret it. It was, you know, I met a lot of really cool people.
It was a pretty good show.
Yeah, but
It had,
like I was saying,
it has
I,
one of my favorite characters of all time in it, which was Discord. I love Discord.
anyways, yeah.
Like the
So
part where he-
that's there you go. Some Matthew and Brandon lore for you, I guess.
That was corny.
Yeah, we used to be.
Brandon, we're only 3 minutes into this fucking thing. Shut
we
up.
used to be part of the pony community.
In Corny's now removed Tumblr,
Yeah.
she shared a story
Anyways, no. Before we get back to this, I know I just told you to shut up because we're only 3 minutes into the.
back article.
June, my guy, quiet for a second. Anyways, so yeah, so the whole reason I brought that up to begin with is because now when I look back and I look at how things were, it makes me really uncomfortable because I see a lot of creepy shit in that community that I just was blind to before, and it's crazy. Like, it's not a word we're allowed to use on YouTube anymore, but the EDPs, do you know what I'm getting at there, Brandon? Are rampant in that community. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not surprising, but yeah.
I mean, just the amount of people who like.
Dude, the fight scene between
Remember?
the fight scene between Twilight and the big fucking like Minotaur looking dude. Was super cool.
Yeah, I don't.
That was super
I don't know.
cool.
We didn't really go watch that. I watched the fight scene, but I didn't watch that season. I think another thing that really killed that show was when the Cutie Mark Crusaders got their cutie marks.
I just think it
was
ran
just
its
like-
course. I think it was done.
Well, the issue was it's how they got it. They just kind of got it.
Yeah, it was like Dragon Ball Z, dude. It's fucking awesome.
No, they didn't get it like any cool way. It just kind of popped up in an episode.
Quote, "She's
Ask Brandon about Steven Universe sometime.
outside. I
Whoa, 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 June, hold on, man. Hold on. Well, Lily got caught more than once downloading and printing off Pokemon porn from library computers, so much so she got banned from the library.
I have a friend who is a Steven Universe apologizer.
I was joking. Do not get into Steven Universe right now. Read the next paragraph.
I
Brandon.
know. Anyways, she used to bring it home and hide it under the shed outside. I found it all once. All of it was Gardevoir's spread eagle. I showed our parents because Lily had lied about why she was banned from the library. But yeah, she doesn't want to fuck the Gardevoir in her little story at all.
Who the fuck is this? Who wrote this? This is hilarious.
I think it's her sister, right?
Oh, I think I'm a fan of her sister. Her sister seems funny.
I showed our parents because Lily had lied about why she was banned from the library. Unquote. This obsession with Gardevoir is very real, never shaken, always present. What's more, Lily allegedly followed it up with a second series about a half Gardevoir, half.
So this is why people say Gardevoir has good coverage.
Fifth of her writing to the Family Guy fanfic.
This one's also really strange to me. I had never heard anybody making Family Guy fan fictions. Was that like a
It's just
prevalent
really
thing?
weird because there's only in the main family. There's I guess only 2 people that you could consciously make.
Oh,
And
Brandon,
that's
you're
the
thinking of
people
this
who are
as a
already a couple.
you were thinking of this from the perspective of a normal person who isn't an EDP sympathizer, Brandon. Meg the child is the source of this person's fan fiction. So, yeah.
But they're 22 in the fan fiction, so it's okay.
And then followed it up with Taylor.
That's like when there's fucking freaks do like the lolicon shit and they're like, oh yeah, this thing that looks clearly 8 years old is 47,000 years old. It's a goddess.
Right.
It's like, no, you freak.
There's a good joke that I can't remember. It was a YouTube short I found one day, and there's a guy going going back watching old anime as a skit.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was like, I may look like I'm 12, but I'm actually 1,000 years old. And they're like, I don't remember anime being like this.
Yeah.
Of the Valkyrie. The story has not been archived or is difficult to find, but there are reviews that break down key points of interest, like this one, that mention the possibly self-insert character.
I don't want to, but I kind of want to.
Key points of
Okay.
interest.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I'll
I
start.
mean, I can read it all.
I'll start.
If you,
No, I got
if
it,
You
I
think
got
you'll
it.
Cringe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's fucking weird. It's really creepy and uncomfortable. Stop it.
Well, even if you reflected to change it, that's still weird because you're still fantasizing about an 18-year-old's future growth, if that makes sense.
That's like that one. Do you remember the Cash Me Outside girl?
No.
So there was this girl. She was like, I don't know, maybe like 14 or 15. Went on Dr. Phil. Was just full of attitude. And, you know, was blah, 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 blah. She said, literally, she got famous for saying, Cash Me Outside. How about that? And she got famous off that.
That sounds familiar.
She got a record label, Brandon. Like, she got signed to a record label. She has a yacht for saying Cash Me Outside and being a piece of shit. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this world? Anyways, so, this girl turned 18. The day she turned 18, instantly went to OnlyFans. And you had all these fucking creepy ass, nasty motherfuckers who were just like chomping at the bit waiting for her to turn 18, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, her OnlyFans was very successful. It's just unreal. It's crazy to me how prevalent and how widespread that particular problem is in society.
Like this one, that mention.
Oh wait, we're gonna read
I
this.
thought you were gonna read this.
Yeah, I want to read this shit.
That break down key points of interest.
Okay, review number 6, Tale of the Valkyrie. Author's note: if you like the fanfic I'm going to review now, you may or may not skip this. If you like the fanfic I'm going to review now, you may or may not skip this review since it's negative. Am I just stupid, or am I not understanding what this is
He's
saying?
saying that if you liked this, you may or may not want to listen to this, depending on how you could take criticism.
Oh, so he's
basically
saying,
what
okay, so he's saying, you know, if you can't,
If you
Yeah,
like
okay.
this,
I got
if you like this, if you like the thing and you don't care about reviews, continue. If you don't want to hear a negative review,
what an odd way to
Skip.
word it.
yeah, but that's what he's saying.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this new installment of This Is Not Another Review Fic, said Matt, in an formal attire set in a couch in a TV set. Is this an excerpt from the fucking story?
I don't know.
Well, clearly, it does not use spell check, obviously, because Matt is sitting in a couch in a TV set. I'm Matthew Kennedy. And I'm Rose Mary Kennedy, said Rosie, dressed in a blue dress, sat in another couch. We don't sit in couches, Lily!
Sit on couches.
And today, we will review Ballspawn Story, Tale of the Valkyrie. Oh, this is not Lily. This is somebody else who can't spell either. I know what you're thinking. Did hell freeze over? Asked Matt rhetorically. Anyway, let's get done
What is this
with this
review?
already. I don't know. This is fucking awful.
I'll continue. I'll start. You aren't too happy doing this, are you? Asked Rosie. Anyway, Tale of the Valkyrie, formerly titled Whispering Illusion 2, is the third Meg/OC fanfic of this website. However, it seems to lack in the Meg department, since most of the focus goes to the male lead OC, Matthew Ryder. Matthew Ryder is unarguably the protagonist and main focus of the story, said Matt. However, we also think that Matt is one of the worst part of the story, so the huge focus on him isn't something we consider to be good,
said Matt. Like, I'm so confused. Who is
Do
the...
you see how many commas they're using?
Like, I don't understand this, because... Are we... Is this the... We're just gonna go, because I don't understand what the fuck this is.
This is a review.
But what is it? How is it reviewing?
Okay. What I think this is he had a interview with a reviewer, and this is like the notes.
Okay, that's way more understandable then.
Who falls in love and procreates with the character Meg Griffin. Their child, Jaina,
Ugh.
then is described as entering into a relationship with Stewie Griffin, who
Stewie Griffin's a child!
is a family member.
No. And a family member!
Relationship with
Yeah.
Stewie
Okay, so wait, Jana is also a child, so this is not as disgusting.
who is a family member.
It's still
This
pretty
guy
fucking
is
gross.
But they're still siblings.
Yeah.
Additionally, the review makes the observation, quote, "We believe that the author took this name from the Valkyr, a dark angel creature that appears in World of Warcraft. The fact
Took what name?
Probably the Valkyrie name up there, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, Valkyrie is just a fucking word,
name
though.
from the Valkyr, a dark angel creature that appears in World of Warcraft. The fact that the story swaps between Valkyrie and Valkyr on almost
okay.
regular basis is further
There you go.
proof of this,
Never mind.
unquote.
Yeah, never mind.
Distinct Valkyr from World of Warcraft would also play a larger role in tying Lily to her lesser-known aliases. Lily continued to write fan fictions of her favorite media, being Pokemon, Warcraft, Family Guy, and Star Wars. But not all of Lily's interests in media were mainstream, as she was also a notable fan of The Escapist, a sort of web magazine that covered video game and hosted...
You ever watched The Escapist?
A web series
Nope.
that was one of, if not
So, in high school, one of my friends, his name was Trevor, he was super into Zero Punctuation. I hated these videos. I did not find them funny in the slightest. And he was always like, hey man, you want to watch this with me? No, I really don't. I don't think this is funny. I think these are dumb as shit, but okay.
not the largest draw of the website.
Do you know what was the first thing I watched, like, actually, like, sat down and watched, like, a series of? Do you know who's the first person?
I don't know.
Markiplier.
Oh, that makes sense. You were very young.
Videos had a recognizable yellow background with simplistic art and fast-paced narration that also delivered a string of quips that were tied to the equally fast-paced visual gags.
And I hate when I look back on my time with him more and realize that I just flushed away months of my life that I could have spent writing a best-selling book or raising a child or pounding nails into my face.
Lily's looser ties.
I don't find that. I just don't find that style of editing funny. I find it very annoying. and grating.
It's kind of lazy.
Quote, "I have taken a life in self-defense." Unquote. The stronger ties are mentions of the
Wait.
website in
Pause it.
User
was banned for EA really doesn't want to be the worst company in America permanent.
There has to be more context to that eventually.
This morning I received an email from someone who had gotten into a bit of a video game debate with someone on The Escapist, which already doesn't sound like it's going into pleasant territory because someone had a debate on the internet about video games.
This video originated from the Ball Spawn YouTube account.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna give you guys a little lesson. You know, you can have debates with people. Me and Brandon have debates all the time. It's kind of what started these discussion halls, was our differing views on different things. And it's kind of interesting to have those conversations. You can have a discussion with somebody and not hate their guts. You can have a different opinion, a different political view. It doesn't matter. You can still be cordial towards each other. You don't have to hate people that have different views. Just
Cigarette, but I do have a toothpick, so I'll put that in my mouth.
Just food for thought. That's all I'm saying.
May 5th, 2009. Though it originated from here, it can no longer be found on Lily's channel current day. But it can be found on Dailymotion that serves to archive some Lily's...
Dailymotion is still around? Seriously?
Is it?
No, there's no fucking way. There's no way Dailymotion is still hanging around.
There it is. It's like a cesspool.
Holy shit! Guys, Dailymotion still exists. Does anybody
anyone remember Dailymotion?
Does anybody use this fucking website anymore? Like, legitimately. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say anything about Dailymotion in the last, like, decade.
Original videos as Ball Spawn. There are 15 videos in this collection ranging widely in presentation, topic, and the possible date uploaded ranging from circa 2009 all the way to 2014. Even so, this collection, alongside Lily's favorite videos, provide much insight to Lily's choices of content and what possibly influenced it.
Ugh.
Join the nostalgia
That fucking game.
Favorite videos. Or Josh Scorcher, also known as the Fiery Joker, who is often mentioned in her videos.
It's like the Fiery Joker episode.
The clearest influence is zero punctuation, as Lily has made videos blatantly in that style.
You should never trust.
That's not blatantly in that style. That is absolutely 100% just ripping off that style. By this site, I mean, I used to watch cartoons on this site before I found my go-to site for them. By the site, I mean Dailymotion. Oh, there you go. I stand corrected. Manafrit, hat off to you.
Literature and your own parents. I think as we grow up, we slowly learn that our parents have no idea what they're doing and that they're just winging it their whole lives. It's very humbling.
The majority of Lily's interests as
What?
Maybe your parents? I mean, I'm not gonna say.
I think it's.
I'm not gonna say my parents had everything figured out the entire time either,
that,
but you know,
I think that she's delusional.
possibly.
I think she's smarter than she actually is.
As far as content creators go,
There's a lot of people like that in the world.
upload satirical critical pieces on media, whether it be movies or video games. Though Lily applies their presentation style, the topics she chooses to cover tend to be highly controversial. Like this video about gun control that includes footage recreated in Gary's mod of a certain school tragedy in the 90s that involved a very specific gun, and for that reason cannot be shown. There's also this video that someone denounces religion, deducing that differences in opinion lead to conflict. Videos like these on serious subjects,
What did I
even
just
when
say?
approached aggressively, will provoke viewers with largely varying opinions. It is safe to say that Lily was receiving a fair amount of comments disagreeing with her. Even with much softer subjects, such as a video on the platform Steam, was primed with deterrences for pushback that likely received the opposite effect.
Latch onto Valve as much as you want, but do not jump into the comment section to start barking your retorts about why I should use Steam or all the positives or whatever else you're going to say to make sure Valve never needs to pay for marketing, because I don't fucking care. Your comments will not be approved and they will not even be read. You are wasting your time.
So, she also goes through comments and filters them. Another one of those. So, what did we learn in the first 8 minutes of this video, Brandon? Lily is a narcissist and cannot take criticism.
Narcissist, delusional, and above all, likes what she likes, and that might not be too good.
Also, the
Yeah,
advised
there you go.
videos. None stand out more than this one.
And I have strong reason to believe this video will divide people, piss people off, and very well lose me more than a few fans. And for good reason. So, let's talk about incestuous relationship.
A catalyst for this conversation, as Lily claims, came from a parent seeking advice.
Today we're focusing on one particular example, a father who came to me for help regarding his teenage
How
son and daughter.
dare he use this song?
No. No, I know June is going to say this coming up in the video in a little bit. But let me ask you a question, Brandon.
Sure.
In a scenario where you were a parent, and you had a son and a daughter, and your son and daughter, you found them in their room experimenting. Would you then go to a YouTube creator and say, I just don't know what to do? Or would you?
Fuck no.
Or would you do what most people would do and get your kids into counseling and figure out what the fuck is going on with them?
Kids into counseling.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think...
But I will just say, how dare Lily here use this song in their video?
In the first 8 minutes of this video, I remember how long Brandon can stay on one topic and turn 8-minute segment into a 40-minute one. And that is what we called a transformative work.
Like, how? Like, do you know? Did you hear the song?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to be honest.
It's the Twilight's the Princess Luna versus Celestia song.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
The ballad. I was here, kept up with that song since it was created.
Directly to him for the most part, much like my mailbag videos.
What Lily claims,
Oh, I do remember that song. You're right. That's a fan animation, isn't it?
14 and 15 are 1 year
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah, it's really well done.
It's sick and awesome and really well written.
Sister Courtney are also 1 year apart. As for the video, Lily disregards judging it based off morality because Lily disregards the general concept of morality.
There's no such thing as objective and absolute morality. Even murder, the one thing we all agree is a horrible thing, is considered to be all right to do in the most extreme of cases. So I've never bought the idea that anything can be morally right or wrong.
This goes on.
That is such damaged thinking, dude.
And murder's never seen as like acceptable in any state.
No. And what she's describing is murder, not self-defense. There is a very big difference between the two. You cannot, in any situation or circumstance, just flat out fucking murder somebody. There's even situations where even if you're defending yourself, you could still be held liable for killing somebody. So
if
that
the
was
person
stupid
starts
to
running
say.
away and you grab a gun and shoot them, you're still held liable.
In certain parts of the world, Brandon, you can't even shoot them if they come into your home.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's like that in Britain.
In Britain, if somebody breaks into your house, as far as I know, I could be wrong about this, I don't know for 100%, but from what I have been told, you are not allowed to cause physical harm to somebody if they break into your home.
Unless it's changed, because I remember there was a channel where they did pranks where they just walk into people's houses and just kick their feet up because no one could stop them.
Yeah, it was I do remember that. You're right. Yeah, there was this guy who just walks in, sits down on their couch, and puts his disgusting fucking feet on their table. And the guy comes out and he's like, what are you doing here? Self-defense and murder are night and day, very different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like,
and like,
you can't, no, this is just
the only
stupid.
time
That was
you
a
might be able
stupid thing to say.
justify- The only time you might justify murder would be in war, which is a very, very, very fringe kind of comparison.
Yeah, where morality really doesn't have a stance. Where there is
because you're
no
fighting
morality.
you're fighting for the sake of an entire populace rather than yourself.
Yeah. So, that was dumb. That was a stupid thing to say.
For an additional minute, where nothing is effectively added to the argument.
As for my help, you're obviously asking whether you should approve or disapprove. I hate to tell you this, sir, but it's not your place to do either. What you have to do is decide whether or not you could accept this about them.
As a whole, Lily's videos are angry, distracted, and uninsightful. But there is another element. This video in particular is being brought forward through the guise of a
Pause this real quick. So what he just said, I think is, I don't know how much I could say.
So just So what are you referring to in particular? What part?
Did you hear what he said?
Let me go back.
All Lily's videos are angry,
Go back.
distracted,
Whether or not you could accept this about them.
Go back one more.
Whether you should approve or disapprove.
Go back one more.
added to the argument.
Fast
Right
forward
here.
to the absolute morality. Even murder, the one thing we all agree is a horrible thing, is considered to be all right to do in the most extreme of
Remember
cases.
the
I don't
context of
recall
what he's
the idea
talking
that
about.
it would be morally right or wrong.
This goes on for an additional minute, where nothing is effectively added to the argument.
Ask for my help, you're obviously asking whether you should approve or disapprove. I hate to tell you this, sir, but it's not your place to do either. What you have to
Okay. Your thought. Or do I need to keep going?
Yeah. Remember, this is about a father walking on their
No, this is
children.
a completely different
Okay.
situation. This is where he's talking about morality, and he's bringing up murder and saying that, you know, even in some situations, murder is okay.
Okay, so
But like,
never mind then.
like
I
what,
thought this.
like what Banifred is saying here, he says, if it's war, though, is it even murder at that point? You're fighting for a nation, not for yourself necessarily.
I guess it depends on what the definition of murder is. I haven't looked this up.
do is decide whether or not you could
We can just agree, though, that to kill somebody is wrong.
accept this about them.
As a whole, Lily's videos are angry, distracted, and uninsightful. But there is another element. This video in particular is being brought forward through the guise of a question proposed by an unidentified parent.
Oh, so you were right.
The likelihood of a parent approaching a teenage YouTuber for
Absolutely
advice
right. I thought he had
is
jumped
very
forward.
unique, highly sensitive
No.
problem is not very high.
So, what were you going to say?
So he's saying that he's raising these children. Assumedly, these children are at least in high school. I hope.
I would assume so.
And he's saying that the father has no right to disapprove or disapprove of a law being broken in his house.
I don't know if that's what he was referring to, or if he was actually referring to the murder situation. I don't know. It's not real clear.
Guy who was, because he said, I can't respond to that, sir. You just have to approve, like, you can't disapprove or disapprove of this. You can't really do anything.
You might actually be right about that. Because you'll find out later in the video that Lily is very much into incest and is very, yeah. Yeah, but it's worse than we've been shown so far. Unlawful killing. There you go, Brandon. There's the definition of murder. Thank you, Banifred. Fireworks for you, dude.
Whether this anonymous parent exists or not, Lily wants to talk about incest in some capacity.
See?
Another yet significantly more direct example of this is her video on mental illness.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Paul Spawn, and welcome to RBI Live.
I just want to go back because Lily said that with a straight face.
In some capacity.
Hold on, can we watch that in slow motion? That might make it even funnier. Hold on, playback speed. Should I go half or 2.5?
Let's do half.
Half.
Another yet
Thank you, Banifred.
significantly more direct example of this is her video on mental.
Hey, everybody. I'm Paul Spawn, and welcome to RBI
Straight face,
Live.
not even
This
cracking a
is
smile.
on mental illnesses.
This is not so much a video about mental illness, or even just Lily's opinions on mental illness, as she stated in the video. It is more than that.
Let's start by saying that psychiatry is a field I have no respect for. I have no respect for the field of psychiatry. Psychology, yes. Psychiatry, no. There's a hospital. There's a mental health hospital near where I live. It's in Halifax. It's called the IWK Health Center. It's a children's hospital that also handles teenage cases. In January, I went into cardiac arrest after accidentally overdosing on risperidol, which is a medication I take for pervasive developmental disorder.
While Lily denounces psychiatry and tries to drive the video in a more general discussion about the effects of narrowing the treatment of a patient through the diagnosis to then directionless rambling, she goes back to talking about herself. And it becomes apparent that this is a video about her grievances.
I find it's funny how
Typical
child
of
psychologists
narcissists.
spend years in school learning how to deal with
Gotta
children,
talk about
but
myself.
they've never met a child in their life, probably.
How can you say that? How can you be like, well, clearly this psychiatrist or psychologist has never once ever met a child in their life? If they're working in the field of children, you fucking moron, I think they've probably met a few children. I'm just saying.
Unless you're saying that they were fucking locked up into whatever school they were in, and you're the very first patient they ever had.
What an idiot.
Probably. Except for when they were children, they've probably never talked to a child in their life. Child psychology is another field I have no respect for, and there's another problem with psychiatry and child.
Well, I just want to point this out right here, right now. Miyamoto's pointing at your stupid ear, and I have no respect for that fucking ear, dude.
Psychology, it's all very children specific, and you can never paint two children with the same brush.
Pause it. Did you hear what he just said?
I was too busy making fun of his ear. I don't know, it just sticks out really far.
When they were children, they've probably never talked to a child in their life. Child psychology is another field I have no respect for, and there's another problem with psychiatry and child psychology. It's all very children specific.
No, did you know that child psychology is very child specific, right?
I had no idea, Brandon.
These people think they're saying something profound.
You could have fooled me, dude. I never saw that one coming. That was a twist I did not expect.
That one was a real twist, man.
Oh, Dancing Sonic.
And you can never paint two children with the same brush. No, they're like snowflakes. No two children are the same.
How about just no two people are the same?
Yeah.
I mean,
they still have like certain aspects that will be similar, which is why psychology works.
Yeah. Our brains work in a certain way.
Lily, being diagnosed with autism, feels both misunderstood and neglected.
The biggest problem is that it's only for children. All these diagnoses and the
Then you go to a psychiatrist that isn't a child psychiatrist. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this moron? This is basic, easy to obtain information.
There's a thing called titles. When you're working in child psychology, you're going to be working with children. How a kindergarten teacher will be working in kindergarten.
Yeah.
How dare these kindergarten teachers not be teaching college degrees?
The symptoms go towards children. So if someone is born in a time where these diagnoses aren't common, if they weren't born in the last 5 or 6 years, they're lost because they're teenagers now.
Why are they lost? Are you that fucking stupid? Like, people are diagnosed with like ADHD and autism and shit in their 20s, in their 30s. It happens all the fucking time. People that didn't know they had these things and were like, why do I feel like a square peg trying to fit into this circular hole? Then they find out, oh, it's because I'm autistic and I think differently than you do. Like, it's just, woe is me. I'm Lily Orchard. Poor, pitiful fucking me.
And they have no help. That was the problem, is that when I was diagnosed with PDD when I was 16. And there was nothing for me because I was a teenager. Everything was for small children and early childhood development. And there was no help for teenagers.
I don't think you were looking for help.
I'm not going to say that he didn't have issues finding that help, but to sit there and be like, all psychologists and all psychiatry, it's all garbage, it's fucking terrible. I have no respect for child psychiatrists because they deal with children. Like, what? What are you saying?
Yeah, bro wasn't looking for
help. Hold on.
Looking for him.
And there was no help for teenagers with.
He did say something here.
When I was in the IWK, I had 5 psychiatrists handling my case. I never spoke to a single one of them. At all. Not a single one of them ever came to speak to me. And the whole time I was thinking, these people are the ones handling my case, and they won't even come down and talk to me?
I don't believe that.
That I agree with.
I don't believe that happened.
If that's the case, I completely agree. Psychology and psychiatry needs to have a physical, like, communication.
I'm sorry, that didn't happen. You fucking can't tell me that he went to a doctor and the doctor never once spoke to him. He's full of shit. Absolutely full of shit.
Maybe he watched Dr. House.
I don't know.
A motive
but
for
like
a video about
I agree. I don't think it happened.
No, it
because
didn't.
I don't think it can happen because psychology and psychiatry both need physical communication.
Yeah, that did not
Plus,
happen.
you-
And if
you
it
gotta know
it
your
was the case where
patient.
he was like, you know, this doctor never even spoke to me, somebody did. Somebody spoke to you. If it wasn't the doctor directly, it was a nurse or it was some other person in that practice who spoke to you
But the
about
problem
something.
is yeah, but you would have to have the doctor talking to you for
Yeah.
psychology.
I
and
just don't think it
psychiatry.
happened.
It's literally impossible to do those disciplines without that.
I just don't think it happened. And if it did happen, then you need to go somewhere else
General topic to then be
Yeah, that's just malpractice.
and sue them.
Without explicitly tying it to herself. Typically, analysis of these motives would be unfounded. If not for Tara Callie, a person that has not been proven to exist, yet has really similar interests to Lily.
Oh, this is so good.
Tara, they can be seen at the intro and end credits of her videos. Tara is credited as the director. Other credits include Vomitron, the channel where the music is sourced from. Lily receives credits several different times, sometimes through alter egos. Similarly, the Psychosocialist receives credit through their YouTube handle as an actor and real name as the editor. So even though Tara is the alleged director of the projects, she is never shown. Another important bit about the intro
Because,
is that it states
yeah, this
it
person
was
doesn't
by
exist.
Valkyr Studios. A quick search shows that Lily was likely not using this name in an official capacity, but she did treat it as more than just a garnish. One of them is this blog that is still standing. The most recent post, dated December 25th, 2011, Lily both signs a post as Valkyr Studios and refers to it as a company with Lily as the sole employee. But that was in 2011. In 2013, much changed. On Derby Boru, a sort of image
Here it
board
comes.
dedicated to the increasingly popular
Here it
series,
comes, Brandon!
which is a series
Oh, God!
I had become a fan
It's
of.
gonna get
But here's the
uncomfortable.
interesting in this discussion is someone posted an image of Lily's Tumblr. Within this image is Lily responding to the claim that feminists are largely not involved in the brony community by posting the image of its creator, who is a feminist. The second posted comment is Tara.
I ran into a ton of feminist stuff when I was dealing with this sect of the internet. A ton of it. To the point where I was like, dude, calm down. I like all of you. Like, there's no ill feelings.
Callie responding to the first comment asking if the creator is really a feminist. But then the third comment recognizes that this post originated from Lily and states derisively, quote, "Getting burned by ball spawn is like losing a beauty contest to Steve Buscemi."
I don't know who that is. Let's look up Steve Buscemi, shall we?
I've heard of him. I can't think of what he is.
See, I'm not looking it up on that screen because I don't know what's gonna pop up. Steve Buscemi. Oh, that guy? Yeah, that's one ugly motherfucker. Funny as shit, though. There he is. Steve Buscemi. Plays in a couple different Adam Sandler movies that I've seen. That's pretty much all I've seen him in, I think. Maybe have seen him in secondary roles in other movies, but I just don't remember them.
This sparked an argument where in the next page, Tara defends Lily, stating she prefers, quote, rational and non-emotional thinking over everything else, unquote.
You know what also absolutely gives away the fact that Tara Callie is a fake, fictional, made-up person? The speaking mannerisms and the way this person writes their stuff. Like, you can tell. People have a certain way of writing, a certain way of speaking and communicating. And Tara Callie communicates very, 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 very similarly to Lily Orchard.
But there is still disagreement, as a forum member contends Lily's content is full of contradictory nonsense. It gets to the point where Lily as Ballspawn comes in and scolds both Tara and the person she was arguing with, stating, quote, "This is not the place to discuss moral philosophy," unquote. With the cat out of the bag, Lily as Ballspawn goes on a comment spree. This goes on for several pages until an administrator of the website steps in, linking to 9 different commenters, 7 of which are anonymous posters.
So do you know what happened here?
I don't think you could say that word.
Yeah, we're not reading that one on here. That was not getting read. But essentially what is happening here is this person has found out that Tara Callie here has a bunch of sock puppets and is going around commenting on a bunch of shit. And also has found out that, as you can see, it says ball spawn there as well, is also coming from the same, not IP address, same device.
The other two are ball spawn and Terra.
It's kind of a big one.
One additional anon was also linked as it was responsible for posting the initial.
I always thought she was very pretty.
Thread. There are commonalities in all these accounts as
Lauren Faust. You know, she I don't know if it was her and her husband or if it was just her by herself, but she was involved at least in some capacity with the Iron Giant.
Who?
Lauren Faust, the creator of MLP.
Below is my reaction to the remarkable stupidity you've been displaying here. Unquote. In an attempt to...
Okay, so I was talking over that. So again, we're going to skip that first part here. OP, Tara Callie, Ball Spawn, and the BP Post supporting Ball Spawn are all the same person. And they're getting a nice ban for not for participating in one-man circle jerk, but for removing tags that a moderator instructed not to remove twice.
To the remarkable stupidity you've been displaying here. Unquote. In an attempt to keep their charade going, one anonymous account states, quote, there are 8 people in Valkyrie Studios, and they all use a VPN for resource exchange. So of course they're going to show up as the same IP.
That's not how VPNs work, though. At least I don't think so.
I mean, no, it specifically that would make it where they wouldn't show up as the same IP.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Unless, I mean, this was 11 years ago. Maybe VPNs were different 11 years ago.
I doubt it.
After the administrator changed.
I do agree with what he says here at the bottom. And what the fuck is a moderator doing using bigoted slurs like that? Like, yeah, that was uncalled for and disgusting.
They go on to say, quote, surprise, we don't just see IPs, unquote.
Yeah.
Implying that they can see all the posts also came from the same device type. This is yet another reason why Tara Callie is believed to not exist.
Tara Callie does not exist.
Tumblr post stated in response to the accusations of inventing a person, quote, someone used my laptop to shitpost on the internet and I've been getting blamed for it ever since, unquote.
You want to continue reading that paragraph?
Sure. I'll read this paragraph and the one after.
Okay.
It's not a claim that holds water because every single piece of proof that they offer has much more reasonable explanation. The big claim made about this is that posts were coming from the same IP address, but anybody with 2 brain cells in their heads would be aware of the fact that IP addresses are tied to network routers.
The 3 desktop PCs, the laptop, the 2 tablets, my PS4 and Wii U all have the same IP address because they're hooked up to the same router. But if you're using a VPN, each device would have its own IP. Because you would send them to different places, I would assume. And when we're talking about someone who, at the time, was an IRL friend, all this shows was that we hung out a lot. No. Okay, so completely, absolutely glossed over the fact that it was all coming from the same device. You notice that? Did not address that at all. Yeah.
Of course, Tara Callie only commented and posted when he was over at Lily's house.
Yeah, see, when Lizzie visits and uses the same internet on her computer, she's doing it from the same IP address. Like I said, absolutely glossing over the fact. It's like, oh, maybe nobody will notice that they said, yeah, we see the device you're using too, you fucking moron.
As time progressed,
I'm all piss and vinegar tonight, guys. I had a long day, and I'm just, like, unloading all of my fucking frustration and stress out on poor Lily Orchard. Very deserving, though.
Decent day, so.
Excuses will become even less believable, and the project she worked on would become ever more disturbing. In 2012, Lily was not only writing fanfiction, she was creating a game with the same name through RPG Maker, written and published.
No!
It took the majority
of
work to be complete.
What?
No! It's people like this that give us sad, lonely, singular, independent developers a bad name, Brandon! people
say, do you have a beef with RPG Maker?
people that no, RPG Maker is a phenomenal piece of software. So is Game Maker. But people take these and make shit with them. And then when the shit gets released and somebody else sees that, oh, you're using RPG Maker to make a game, it's gonna be shit.
Not notably
I guarantee you the game this person made is fucking trash.
graphic or perturbing, but it did retain Lily's key influences as the story begins and is centered around the characters of My Little Pony, only to be crossed by a Valkyrie.
I don't remember this
The
section.
twist is that this Valkyrie is a destroyer of perceived dying worlds, even if it's done through genocide. And as such, it kills many ponies before being confronted by one to parley. The Valkyrie's name is revealed to be Essentia, a tall female figure with distinct, quote, dark red hair, unquote. Essentia talking to the pony gives her hope, and as such...
Am I getting Steven Universe vibes from this?
Literally what I was just thinking. Are we gonna redeem a genocidal fucking psychopath? Is that what's happening in this?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Doing this job, and as such, it sides with the ponies, and in the end is redeemed.
Even though it laid waste to vast numbers of the characters
Including
from the show.
genocide.
That's okay. All worlds must come to an end, she said as she looked up to the stars. She snapped her fingers and the star went out. Sadly, though, evolution likes to disagree. There are times when a world must die, but life still persists. That is where my kind come in. We have the unfortunate job of exterminating life from the planet to let it go in peace. What a stupid fucking premise.
Relevant to Lily Orchard,
I agree.
A character guilty of genocide is redeemed, as will be pertinent in the future. There's also fan art of this work, created by Nintendo Gal 55. But Nintendo Gal 55 is not just a fan of Lily's work. She is a...
Brandon, could you draw that?
Honestly, I might be able to do better.
collaborator. The ties through her...
That's surprising, because you are not artistic in the slightest.
No, but I would spend some time on it.
55 is being undeniably promoted as, quote, part of the team, unquote, alongside Tara Callie. And the ass ball
And
spawn
the
Tumblr
other
is
guy.
also certainly Lily's, as the Tumblr is promoted in archives of Lily's channel, alongside 2 wikis, a DeviantArt, Lily's blog, a TV tropes page, a merch page, and a Facebook account. In other archives of Lily's channel, Nintendo Gal 55 is again being promoted by Lily. Here, Lily is also promoting 2 of her own.
You see why I was having trouble following this, though?
One that is dedicated to ponies.
There are just so many fucking names.
While their catalog of uploads have been wiped, the gaming channel has a singular playlist with a single video of Nintendo Gal 55 playing Doomsday Ascending. She likely got this either directly from Lily or downloaded the demo Lily posted.
Wow, this game has a warning against not safe for work content. That means it's good!
You know, what do you look for in a game? Like, awesome combat, nice exploration, a great story, not safe
nice
for work tag.
Well, you know, some things I look for in a game: a good gameplay loop, something that's gonna keep me coming back. I like customization in games. I love that shit. I like being able to build stuff in games. That's pretty fun. Real-time action combat, and titties. You know, just bare-breasted bitches everywhere. That's what I look for in my games, Brandon. Let's fucking go.
Absolutely demolished.
Right? With my hog.
At least in the minds of children, anyway.
The game itself, being a demo, is mostly true to Lily's Doomsday Ascending story. It is also confusing to navigate to the point that Nintendo Gal 55, a vocal supporter of Lily, takes issue with it.
Okay, I have to admit, this took me over an hour to get right.
And you know what else fucking aggravates me about this shit? I am a game developer, Brandon. I have taught myself numerous skills over the years so that I can make video games. I enjoy it. I know how to make artwork. I have learned how to make music. I've learned how to program, how to animate, how to do all of it. These people are like, I'm going to grab this, use all the built-in assets, steal a bunch of music from somebody else, and just shove it all together, and it's going to be perfect. It's going to be the best game you've ever played. No, that's not how games are made.
It's just
Quit
I
doing
had so many
that.
Complications, it wasn't even funny. So this is now my.
You gotta put the work in, dude.
I think my 4th time playing it today.
Basically, what I'm saying is none of what you're seeing now was made by this
I see
person.
Fluttershy.
You know, completely worth
That
it.
is desktop ponies. I actually don't know.
Were not as generous with their criticisms of the game. On Equestria game.
But look at hold on.
Not as generous with
I know
their
this isn't the focus of the video that we're watching, but it really fucking aggravates me. So look at the character here.
Uh-huh.
Look at the pony here. Look at this bed. Look at this dresser. Look at these walls. Nothing matches up because the art style doesn't match because nothing was made by this person. It's all shit that somebody else made that they're just like, I'm just going to take a little bit from over here. Maybe take a little bit from over here. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. It really grinds my gears.
game. On EquestriaGaming.net, there exists a review calling the game uninspired and dull, full of inaccessible buildings with open doors, unclear quests, human clothes in pony shops, etc. Quote, this game was bad enough already, but adding pony porn was the last straw. Unquote. For these reasons, the game got a hound grade of 2 out of 10, as seen at the
Dude, did they?
The reviewer does not speak in exaggeration about the pony porn. This is very much part of the game.
Okay, for this, I decided to see what would happen when I break her. And, I had to cut it because I wanted this to be as safe for work as possible.
It is important to note that Lily, at this point in time, was at least 20 years old, and all current and future works were written through the mind of an adult. As for Doomsday Ascending, if select ponies are approached, the player is given the option to embody or break a pony's spirit. The break option can lead to the death of the NPC, but will also guarantee an option to view a not safe for work image of the pony. While not available in Nintendo Gal's 55's playthrough of Doomsday Ascending, she did upload a separate video that includes all the graphic imagery completely uncensored and therefore cannot be shown in this video. 2 of the images are
That sucks.
as they contain a smaller, likely younger
Turns out
pony being
they
preyed
did
upon
not
by a larger and potentially older pony.
review my
One
game,
scene is a
but they
pony
reviewed this one.
and
Mine
the
was so
other
much
one is
better.
clearly a sexual act that will be further described. The most
It was the
unspeakable
lightning wings.
commonality between these 2 images
Different game.
is that they are exactly what happens
Oh, was
in
it?
fan
Yep,
fiction
you're thinking of a different game.
Love, A Daughter's Passion. A piece so offensive, the work aside from select quotes will have to be censored. This is again a story written in the universe of My Little Pony, with character Twilight Sparkle, who is also the main focus of
hold
Doomsday
on.
Ascending.
Go back. What's the name of this shit? A mother's love, a daughter's passion. I wonder if I can find that. Brandon, entertain the people. Speak.
So, you guys remember us talking about Steven Universe?
Oh no, that's not at all what I was gonna say. You should talk about. No, Brandon. No, stay off that subject.
Okay, put me in a bind here. So, legitimately, the old writing for cartoons, I think, is excellent. And I do think we're slowly starting to get into where that's kind of happening again, where we're getting more intelligent cartoons.
Yep, I can't find it. Not looking into it that much. Don't care. Going on.
Okay.
Fiction
Sorry to
is
interrupt
love,
your
A
very
Daughter's Passion.
important
A piece
thoughts.
so offensive, the work aside from select quotes will have to be censored. This is again a story.
I can see. I love you, Mom. Twilight. I see Twilight. What else can we see? You and
I
me
can see the
both.
I love you, Mom. That's about it.
You and me both. I had blood, maybe? Might be blood. I don't know.
Story in the universe of My Little Pony, with character Twilight Sparkle, who is also the main focus of Doomsday Ascending, playing the mother of the filly, Nyx. A filly is a young female horse, and Nyx is a fan creation by fan writer Penn Stroke, who has explicitly requested to not use her character in a sexual.
I was gonna
The
say,
fact-
should I Google both of those terms and figure out what they mean?
No.
But then I'm seeing, I'm assuming that's Follicon, and I would
It's like lolicon.
yeah, I was gonna say I assume that means the small children like ones. Why?
Yeah.
In the story, a mother's love, a daughter's passion, this request is ignored and is written to gratify crimes of a sexual nature relating to differences in age and the offenders being a family. In the story, a character is described thinking, quote, "It was wrong. It was also sweet." Unquote.
Oh,
As gruesome
God!
as this work is, how does it relate to Lily beyond involving her key interests? These ties are not as direct. The
Poor June. You realize June had to sit here and read the shit. I don't know where he found it, but he was like, I don't want to read it anymore. Don't make me.
I think at like how long he's been doing this, he's gotten to the point where he just like emotionally distanced himself from what he's reading.
Potentially.
The author for this work goes by the alias Alcordiv. This tale does not tie it to Lily, but it does tie it to Terra. Recalling how Lily linked her team on her Tumblr, being Nintendo Gal 55 and Terra Cali, we can also use this to verify Terra Cali's Tumblr.
Again,
There is only one issue.
do you now see why I had trouble following this?
URL, the account seemingly no longer exists, and the Terra Cali Tumblr is not archived except for a single screenshot on Archive Today. Though the archive page itself is largely useless.
Women. Feminism is a toxic, victim-complexed movement that demonizes men and victimizes women, but it needs to be called out. Feminist, say you believe you deserve to be raped and treated like shit? Give up your rights! Women. I never fucking said that. Yeah, pretty much like that. It's pretty bad when Wikipedia of all things understands a 115-year-old social movement better than you do. I don't think anybody here, well, nobody here talking, except maybe the person responding, has any idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm really confused.
The Archive Today website that is of utmost importance. It shows that the screenshot was from someone trying to archive the Terra Cali Tumblr. But Tumblr itself, when this page was archived in 2015, redirected it to the renamed page, which now sits in its current state as Valorous Vixen. What this all means is that Lily promoted the Terra Cali account on her Tumblr as a team member. This is a direct link, but around 2014, Terra changed her Tumblr name to Valorous Vixen. Both old comments and old redirects prove that these are the same accounts, and why this is important is because Terra took credit for the work. This happened because someone riffed on the story, and the Terra Cali Tumblr account linked the riff and stated, quote, "Putting aside the gratitude of finally having someone point out all the spelling and grammar mistakes I made, this is just hysterical."
Because Lily does not use spell check.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Yet another. It's circumstantial, but yet another. Even you got like a mountain of circumstantial evidence at this point that this person has been made up entirely.
Unquote. This admittance means that Terra Cali is also the user Alcordiv. The alias used to
see what I'm saying? That's what, like 4 different fucking names this person goes under?
Directly links the Terra Derpy Boreal account. In a separate post, she admits to using Lily's computer. Yet in all these posts, there is not a single image of her. At most, she describes herself as having, quote, deep red, unquote.
Are you noticing a theme here?
And though at this point, in around 2013, where Lily has known Terra for about 5 years, no one else has seen her except for Lily. This is all while she claims to have had sexual relations with Lily.
Did you actually read that comment?
No, I was too busy thinking what.
Okay. What is no. Go forwards to that one. What is wrong with that sentence?
So for how long have you known Jerry for? I don't know. What am I looking for?
About 4 years, almost 5.
Yes.
So when she says about, that implies it's less than 4. But it's almost 5.
Not necessarily. Because you could say, like, I've known Darcy for about 11 years. Probably closer to 12 years, actually.
So you would say 11 to 12 years, or you'd say 11 years, almost 5 years. You wouldn't say about 4 years.
I mean, maybe, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Seen her except for Lily. This is all while she claims to have had sexual relations with Lily.
It's officially confirmed. Terra is Lily's right hand. Let's fucking go. Just saying.
Surely Lily's parents must have seen her if she's interacted with Lily for that long.
Holy shit! All right, Brandon, I'm gonna be Brittany. You're gonna be Jerry Pete.
But I don't want to be Lily.
I don't either. That's why you get to be Lily.
I was going to notice that was Lily.
I was hoping you wouldn't remember that,
I know
that
all
Lily
the aliases.
that Lily has 5 aliases now.
Sure, I'll be Lily.
All right, let's go.
It's you first.
No joke. My mother has a friend.
No, up one more.
I don't see that. What the
Okay,
fuck?
I guess I'll read that one and Jerry's reply. Remember that imaginary friend from Texas?
Oh, yeah, I can't see that.
I wifed her. That was Brittany Johnson. No joke, my mother has a friend whose husband came out as transgender. They're still married, and remember that other imaginary friend. Wait. Period. And anyways, remember that other imaginary friend? She's in jail for the rest of her life.
So she's talking about Tara here. Your mom never saw Tara? I thought you guys lived close-ish.
Funny thing is, they both met her. They have no memory of it for some reason.
Tara's an alien!
Oh my god. It all makes sense.
Hell, for all we know, she could be a tentacle monster. Oh god, that would get Jerry all excited. Don't be bringing that up.
She certainly fucked enough 12-year-old girls for it.
What? No, you can't just drop a bombshell like that and act like it's a joke. What the fuck are you talking about? Explain yourself, Jerry. If I was Brittany, that would have been my response. I'm just saying.
Kind of where she goes to.
How many underage people has she gotten to?
They're still investigating that, but it turns out she was quite a predator. The way we wrote Twilight Velvet in Stockholm was based loosely on her, only far more cruel.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn, I knew she liked to be all predatory with you and I, but she did tell me about some teenage dudes she screwed, but I think she was an actual predator. You're talking to her. Just point that out.
You think she was an actual predator? But she apparently,
EDP'd.
She went to go get a cupcake with 12 underage girls at least.
Hold on. No. Hold the phone. I just realized something. This fucking moron is saying that she's in jail for this type of crime.
There would be...
You would easily be able to find it. Easily be able to find it.
Okay, anyways, let's continue because I want to end this. I always knew she liked looking at kids, but even I was surprised at some of these police reports, which would all be able for us to see.
Also, notice that's coming from Jerry.
Yeah.
So Jerry has seen said police reports.
Apparently.
She's got police reports on her for this shit?
She's in prison for it. You think there weren't reports being made in subsequent investigations?
Okay, that's good enough. I don't care.
But she has an excuse for that too. Quote, I spoke to her brother on Facebook, but I kept away from her parents. I honestly did not want to meet them. They're not nice.
But no, hold on. There's a contradiction right fucking here.
Yeah.
She specifically says, let me find it. I gotta find it. Your mom never saw Tara. I thought you guys lived closest. Funny thing is, they both met her. I honestly didn't want to meet them. They're not nice people. Did you or didn't you? Imaginary person.
Facebook, but I kept away from her parents. I honestly did not want to meet them. They're not nice people. Unquote. Even Lily's father, according to Tara, doesn't believe she exists. Quote, I even heard Lily's own father accuse me of not being real. Unquote. This was not very convincing.
Now that guy's as blank as they come, but for fuck's sake, I just want to grab these people and punch them. This conspiracy theory level of stupidity and mental gymnastics we always see from these assholes is relentless. It's got to stop. So who is this coming from? This is where I have issues because I don't know who this is.
I assume this is still supposed to be Terry, because why
Or
would
is this-
someone say you don't exist?
Heard Lily's
This is
own
Tara.
father accuse me of not being real. Doesn't believe she exists.
So the question that Game Guy is asking is, why would someone say you don't exist? We haven't seen you on the show because you're camera shy. What is so strange about that? And this is, okay, figured it out.
So this is Tara's response.
This is Tara's response.
Not being real. Unquote. This was not very convincing. Considering that Tara is credited as the director of Lily's old videos, she should have been present within Lily's household. But then Tara states she has been screen present. So surely Lily must have an archive of her being on camera in old videos, yet not a single frame of her has been found. What's more, while Tara claims she is the director of these works, she describes the job of an editor. Quote, so yeah, I'm behind the scenes, I'm the director. I make sure everything is good to go before it's published. Unquote. It is safe to say
That's
not
not a director.
does.
That is an editor. He's right. A director would be there on set directing the actors in what they want them to do and how they want them to act.
Posts are about Lily, often complimenting Lily by saying things like, quote, you're the best person to do it. You're actually intelligent and
Dude, this is just sad though too. Like, could you imagine being so fucking pathetic that you have to invent somebody to compliment you? Or just being that narcissistic that you have to have somebody constantly giving you admiration. So you make this person up and then post all these things online about, oh, you're so great, you're the best person, you're actually really intelligent, so that other people can see them saying these things about you. Like, fucking gross.
know how to argue someone's points and not turn it into a mudslinging match. This would be the best thing for everyone. Unquote. Tara also makes the connection, quote, am I like a female Lily, or is Lily like a androgynous me? Unquote.
You're one and the same.
And I wouldn't be making these accusations.
Me.
The fuck was that?
Unquote.
And I wouldn't be making.
What is that?
A androgynous me. Unquote.
What are you confused about?
What's popping up there for like one frame?
No.
Because it just pops up and goes away. I want to see what it said.
Because Blake looks for yes men, and I'm most certainly not it.
Who the
If you're the
fuck
kind
is
of
Blake?
person, I don't know. If you're the kind of person who is easily manipulated, easily driven to hysterics, and embodies the very worst of this website and is complacent in your feelings, I am the worst person to befriend. And Blake is very much that. He
Okay,
is
we don't
someone who
even
will-
know who Blake is. I don't fucking care.
Just nature, if I wasn't for sure.
You see, if there's one thing that anyone who has followed Jerry knows the most about him throughout his entire internet career, it is that he has a deep-seated desire for control.
She does not see people as people. She sees them as things for her to use.
Brett was
So, like a
Lily.
stereotypical narcissist.
In 2010,
Shocking.
I ended up
Shocking.
subscribing to her, watched her for a little bit.
And again, how you brought up the other day that we always find out that these people that get followings are like, they're in one of three categories, I think you said.
Yeah, hold on. I'll explain it. So once you get to a certain level and there's a controversy, it turns out that every single big YouTuber is in one of three categories if they're not just decent human beings. They're either a scammer, a pedophile, or an abuser. Lily seems to be two of the three.
I would roll abuser and narcissists up in one bundle.
Well, yeah,
Ended up
because
in a
narcissists usually end up
message on
abusing
YouTube
their
stories,
fans
Yeah.
personal
at the
messages.
very minimum.
We started talking back and forth, and eventually moved to Skype, and
Yeah. Skype.
that's pretty much how we became
Ugh.
friends and started talking. Right
I
now.
remember the Skype
The
days.
significance
I
of
do
this
too.
is that Britt has screenshotted and later uploaded many of these chats, and not exactly just with Lily.
Lily had referenced Tara Callie in a lot of her videos, like she was credited as being a director. Lily had talked about her before. Tara was allegedly a friend of hers that lived in her neighborhood. And yeah, one day Tara Callie popped up on Facebook and started messaging me.
Britt also uploaded some of the conversations with Tara amounting to 132 screenshots with Tara alone. All in all, these are of a sexual nature, either referencing Tara's experience with Lily.
Does he have some form of like multiple personality disorder?
No, he's just a narcissist.
Or flirting with Brit. The ones of a sexual nature not related to the former category are extremely grotesque and as such cannot be described in detail.
I guess we should be saying she.
Screenshots are of Tara admitting.
Well, I keep seeing Jerry, so my mind immediately
right.
says he. It's not.
Yeah, right.
It's just subconscious.
Doing things with a dog.
I don't do it on
This
purpose.
one is Tara admitting to being into full
What?
on.
What is that about a dog?
Ponies,
What?
dog, described in detail. These two.
You seriously ate out a dog?
That's enough internet for tonight. Good night, everybody. It's been real. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, guys.
I just.
Gotta be real. I didn't see that one coming. Neither did the dog. Was that in
My
poor
cat's trying
taste?
to escape.
Dog. This one is Tara admitting to being into full.
Oh, but Sweetie Belle is a child. This is not okay.
Con or the interest in young ponies, which also makes it all the more likely that she did write A Mother's Love, A Daughter's Passion. There are also a fair amount of screenshots where Tara.
Okay, you get the first one. I'll take the second one.
We're reading the entire screenshot?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. Well, he's tickling my ribs and neck now with his teeth. Of course you're up to it. You could straight up cyber with him, but I don't expect you to go that far. But honestly, I don't think a few sentences of his
cock in your mouth
is going to make you that uncomfortable. Wow, he just went full mast. Should I give you two some privacy? Well, from the way he's blushing, it looks like you two are about to get cyber intimate.
What is cyber intimate?
What does having a couple sentences of his cock in your mouth mean?
Oh, I see. I don't think a few sentences of his cock in your mouth is. What? Okay, here we go. But I totally ship Brittany and Ball. How come? Because it's just too adorable. The asexual guy with a fear of sex? No, he has an obsession with sex. Not a fear. He is obsessed with sex. He's a sex pest. Anyways, and gay women with trust issues regarding men. It's like 1,000 fangirls just gave a collective oh at the idea. This is all so fucking uncomfortable and weird to me. Because you gotta also remember that this is supposedly coming from Tara Callie, but this is actually Lily, also Jerry,
talking about himself.
Also fucking whatever the last 3 different names was. This is all.
I don't think Brittany was one, right?
No, Brittany is a person.
One.
Brittany is a real person.
Yeah. So he's shipping himself
with Brittany.
With
yes.
Brittany,
who is yeah, it's just weird.
With a different name that he.
Correct. You have figured it out. You two are woobies. Brandon, Google search woobies. Imagine that you two having tightly in look into each other's eyes. A single tear falls down your cheeks, sex. Hug tightly.
Yeah.
That was painful.
I know. He knows I'm really comfortable around men, and I asked him once to see if he could help me. He showed me. If you're aware of this, do you at least cyber with him? I have once, but even then he didn't even virtually enter me.
What the fuck is happening?
Kind of evil. I don't know what I legitimately can't tell what the hell is going on. Maybe I'm too old for this.
What the fuck is virtually entering mean?
Entering, I don't know.
I virtually enter your pussy with my throbbing cock. Oh, it's like, is that what we're going with? Is that where we're at right now?
I assume this is some like Skype roleplay, right?
I guess.
That's the only thing I can think of. Anyways,
virtually entering. That's gonna make me laugh for the next couple days, I think.
I have reasons why I can't have a guy that way. No matter who it is, I've tried in real life too. It makes me extremely nervous, and if I try IRL, I get flashbacks.
My microphone stand is not cooperating with me tonight. Still, though, throw him a bone once in a while, even if it's just a naked picture. So again, this is Lily trying to convince this person through the guise of terror to send him naked pictures. It's disgusting. Yes. It's manipulative and disgusting. It's kind of a cross-gender friendship code. If you know they're attracted to you and they're not constantly trying to nail you, at least help them along a little. No, you're fucking gross. You don't think I haven't? We do Skype, you know, and it's hot in Texas. I'm almost always shirtless. Tame. I can't go any further than that. I'm just kidding. Well, mostly kidding. I used to be that way too. Now I'm a little slutty slut whore and I spread my legs for everybody. Fuck. Kill me. I hate this shit. Moving on.
Trying to convince Britt to get sexual with Lily. This was a problem for a litany of issues.
When me and Lily knew each other, she was fully identifying as a cisgender man, and I'm a lesbian.
Lily was quite aware of this.
Yeah, that was like the main point of contention between us, so she kept trying to use any means possible to try and convince me to be sexual with her, despite the fact that I'm gay.
Tara at the time was...
So you said you have something you want to tell me after this?
Yeah.
Remind me, I have something I want to tell you.
Bisexual and shared her experiences.
I know, I felt like a kid at Christmas. Ha ha. It's really fucking good though. Wait. Is he right now? I like to multitask and Jerry doesn't really care either way. He's in my desk chair.
With Lily, but then admitted those were lies.
Your turn.
Hold on. I'm happy for you two. If either of you were ever gonna be with someone, you two fit. Now I just have to make him not a virgin anymore. That's something I'd have to drag him to. Having already done that? No, that was just text to troll entertain you. It was his idea. What the fuck, dude?
This is weird.
Regardless,
is uncomfortable.
Identifying as a woman was more forward in her approach to Britt than Lily was. She even sent her pictures, but these pictures were not.
She sent me a couple of nudes of her, the ones that have already been debunked, yet she's still too shy to give me any legit proof of her existence, because she doesn't.
Trace back to a model. It is also important to mention that apparently this was Tara Callie's profile picture, but that was soon likely changed as the image was also traced back to an easily found image on Google.
Fucking idiot.
That no one beyond Lily has seen Tara. Tara is a liar, a predator, a criminal, and her story gets ever more.
Tara is Lily. Therefore, Tara is all of these things, so is Lily.
She ran away from California because she got kicked out of her parents' home because her parents caught her essentially her.
When I was 15, they caught me having sex with her. That's why I had to leave.
Younger 15-year-old sister. And at some point, the 15-year-old sister also tried to run away.
Your turn. I read. Your turn. Read.
You got, like I said, 2 days ago, I got a phone call from her saying she wanted to come live with me. I tried to calm her down, she was crying, and told her that whatever trouble she was having with mom and dad would blow over. Then she told me what happened.
Oof. What's going on, dude?
Get to say what happened.
Welcome to the live stream. We are watching a video. Shut up! Shut the fuck up, Brandon. Shut up. There, Brandon's muted. Now I can finish telling you what I was going to tell you. This fucking guy trying to interrupt me all the time, piece of shit. Anyways, ooh, for watching a video by Joon The King. The video is called The Crimes of Lily Orchard. And it's a video essay basically depicting all of Lily Orchard's internet career, for lack of a better term. Starting off as Jerry Beat, transitioning to Lily Orchard, and then manipulating and being just an awful, horrible human being throughout all of that, making up people. It's a very... We're only 28 minutes in, and we've been streaming for like fucking almost an hour.
From California to Canada and froze to death.
What?
Ran away from California.
You're not muted, Brandon.
She got
I was
kicked
lying
out
to
of
you.
her parents' home because her parents caught her essentially her younger 15-year-old sister. And at some point, the 15-year-old sister also tried to run away from California to Canada and froze to death.
That's convenient.
Even though Tara is an unfathomably disturbed individual, she somehow secured a job working for the government.
Look at that kitty. Brandon and his cat.
$30,000 a year from this job. Everything about Tara made Britt suspicious.
Alright, I got this one. Hell yeah, I know. If you want to see any more Britney hotness, I have at least to hear your voice once. Or at least stick something written in front of the cam. Hello? Would you even just write a message and stick it in front of the cam? You don't have to speak or show your face. No, sorry. Why? You could probably pretty easily get away with not showing any, like, defining features.
Since you don't have to speak.
Like, what an idiot.
They kept trying to get any sort of concrete evidence that Tara was a real person. But she...
Sorry, it's my one rule, no pictures, no webcam. So you're wanting this person to send you tons and tons and tons of nudes, but you're giving nothing in return.
You won't do the same.
You want to give them a picture of your fucking face to prove that you exist. Like, how does this person that you're talking to not know that you're maybe a 10-year-old kid? Or a 15-year-old kid? You can't do that! You cannot do that! Brandon, talk about your cat. Oof was asking.
Oh.
Show your cat. Get back on screen. We can't see you.
I can see myself. This is Mitten. She is also known as Miss Mittens, whichever one you want to call her. And she's just a adorable, lovable mafia boss.
That you didn't have to pay us like $1,700 to show on stream. DSP fucking ass.
Would refuse to send voice notes.
Yeah, dude, he had a stretch goal one time where he was like, yeah, guys, I have this really cool thing. I don't remember the exact dollar amount. It was some ridiculous amount. I think it was actually like $2,500. I have this cool new surprise I'm going to show you guys. If we can hit this $2,500 goal, it's all yours. They hit the goal. He brings in his fucking cat. He's like, I have a cat. I'm not kidding. That's how that happened. Anyway, so sorry, it's my one rule. It's your turn. I read the last one.
Oh, there's the same one, but I'll continue. You have no idea how much Jerry's tried to get me to do a sketch on his show. If I gave you a picture, I'd be one with my head cropped out. Daw. So yeah, I could give you a picture of my body, but you wouldn't be able to tell it was me. Snuggles, it's all right, hon. I just hoped I get to see you in person someday.
To get on voice call, she refused to get on cam. And it
Heyo,
yours.
Grabs your ass. Do you guys want another solid piece of advice for dealing with the opposite sex if you're a guy? Don't be weird.
Grabs your ass.
Don't be fucking weird. Women are people too. They just want to be treated like people. Don't pop into somebody's fucking DMs and immediately send them dick pics. No fucking girl ever wants to see your penis in a DM, dude. Unless they are specifically asking for it. They ain't wanting to see that shit. Just don't be weird. How do you not get the hints?
I think Brittany knows.
Oh yeah, Brittany absolutely knows.
She constantly keeps asking.
Yeah. She's very suspicious. Like, she's been suspicious since pretty much the beginning and has been constantly trying to get this person to show that they exist. They don't exist.
It was always...
Oh, wait. What up? You should take a pic for me. Not much. All snuggled in. A pic of what? A pic of your adorable self. It'll be stashed away in my safe private files. Oh, sorry, I don't take pictures of myself. Of course you don't.
Oh my.
I'm mute. Mute? You don't speak at all? I can speak, but it comes out as a hoarse whisper.
My vocal cords are damaged. Oh, I'm afraid that creepy people will record me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm afraid.
Sorry, I really hate being on camera, and my camcorder isn't a webcam anywhere. All I could do was film Jerry. Ha 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 ha. Times 3. I just like at least hearing the voice of people I talk to online. It kind of gives me confirmation that they are who they say they are. I feel connected to them with them more. Sorry, but I can't help you there. You'll just have to trust me.
So, real quick, before we continue, I do want to... We're gonna... Story time with Matthew. So, way back in the day, when I was first getting into, like, the online sphere, and I was doing things online and meeting people, and, you know, I had a small group of friends on our Skype server, and for the longest time, they wanted me to get into a voice call with them. And I was, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I was unbelievably nervous about doing this. So I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And finally one day, somebody had said something. I can't remember exactly what had happened, what transpired, but I finally, like, downloaded an app, because I didn't have a microphone. I downloaded an app on my, my iPhone 3GS that was able to use your iPhone's microphone as the microphone for your computer. So, yeah, I did that, and it was uncomfortable and awkward and strange. So I'm not saying that it is impossible that there's somebody out there that would refuse to get into a voice call, because I've kind of been in that situation where I was just uncomfortable with it. Wow, how things have changed. Hello, everybody! But, yeah, you know, it's not entirely impossible is what I'm getting at, right, Brandon? Right?
Well, I mean, one of my earliest Discord groups I was a part of, it was the same thing. I was super worried about joining a call with them and stuff like that. And on one of my first calls I actually ended up doing with them was one of my best Discord calls I think I've ever had. I had some of the most fun with, I guess you could say, strangers I've ever had.
Yeah, Lily Orchard is essentially the world's biggest sex pest.
Apparently...
If I get on camera, I'm gonna get sexually harassed. It was always some...
Here we go. Got another one. Goddamn. I won't do anything. He won't sleep in my house anyway.
It is disgusting.
He told me why he won't sleep in your house. Hey, if you saw it fully erect, you would want to touch it too. No, I'm sorry, I would not. I don't think anybody with a half-working brain would want to do that. Do you have Skype perchance? Yeah, but my webcam is cracked. Of course it is. And I don't have a mic. No mic. Damn.
kind of excuse, or just a flat-out no.
Oh yeah, dude. Oof. Oof, you're in for a treat.
Who interacted with Tara did not believe they were a real person. And so, in late 2014, Tara was pronounced dead because she got into a car.
He killed her off, dude. He was like, oh shit, the sharks are swimming. They're circling, dude. They know she's not real. She died in a car accident. There's no
Wait,
no
what?
police. There's no police reports, and there's no like coroner reports or anything. But died.
Idiot doctor pronounced me dead at the scene and started sending out the notifications to my emergency contacts. I'm okay, but the doctor says I'm in critical condition. One of them is typing this out for me. Someone find the guy/girl who sent the emails out to Jerry and my parents and beat the shit out of him or /her for me. Nobody scares my guy like that and lives to tell the tale. I thought they weren't in a relationship.
No, dude. There's so much wrong with what is posted here. There's a lot wrong with this. So we're going to break this down piece by piece. So the first paragraph, we're going to start there. Idiot doctor pronounced me dead at the scene and started sending out the notifications to my emergency contacts. That's not how that happens. That is not how that happens. At most, I think they would potentially call somebody over the phone and say that, but most of the time, somebody actually goes to your house and tells your family, this person.
Yeah, and the emergency contacts is for, so they can get there, so they can inform the family that you're in emergency care.
And so the next sentence, I'm okay, but the doctor says I'm in critical condition. No doctor is going to fucking put you in critical condition in that scenario and be like, okay, so what do you want to tell your online followers?
Yeah, one of them is typing this out for me.
That is such
Could be added
bullshit.
to this.
Like, immediately, that is disproving everything from there on, regardless of what happened
We
before
know
that.
you have a severe brain trauma. So what do you want to say to your fans?
Someone find the guy or girl, and it's just a bunch of fucking...
accident, but not really, because she came back to state, quote, idiot doctor pronounced me dead at the scene and started sending out notifications to my emergency contacts, unquote. Naturally, Lily was her...
I'm okay. I didn't even catch that. I'm okay. I am in critical condition, fighting for my life, but I'm okay. What a moron.
Yeah.
What then happened
It doesn't make sense, Soof. You're starting to learn.
Lily confirms that Tara does have red hair.
You noticing the pattern yet, Brandon? All of his fake made-up people have blazing red hair.
Arrested. And not just that.
Oh, I'm your favorite? Mm-hmm. I got the deluxe model flu this year. Oh, I cuddles, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do about my living situation. Your turn. I read the first half.
I
Get
even
fucked.
consider moving back home at this point, but there's nowhere in this town that pays above minimum wage. Get one that pays minimum wage and start putting money away. Yeah. I love you, sweetheart. I love you too, man.
Kisses your
I
cheek.
can't read the rest of this.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Lily confirms...
Oh, I actually got that right. At least I could stay for a little while until I figure this shit out. I wish I had an answer for you. Oh my god. Guess who just got arrested? Here's a hint. 6'3". 6'3"?!
He likes them Amazons. Oh, God. How tall are you? Like 6 foot even?
6'1".
So she's taller than you.
I have met one single female in my life that was taller than me. And I was in high school. Rachel, sup? I don't know if you'll ever see this, probably not, but, you know, you were way taller than me. It was kind of weird to me, gotta be real. Not used to looking up at people. But, yeah, I'm curious. I'm very, very curious. What is the average
5'4"
of a woman in the United States?
5'4".
You sure?
Yes. I literally looked this up today.
Did you really?
Yes.
You were incorrect.
I'll tell you what Google told me. I looked up. It was
I'm looking
5'4".
at the Cleveland Clinic Health Essentials. The U.S. average of height for women is 5 feet, 3.5 inches.
So 5'4".
It ranges from 4 feet, 11 inches to 5 feet, 7 inches around the world.
So 5'4".
So what percentage of women are over 6 feet?
I thought it was 5'6".
It's gotta be a small margin.
I guess about 10%.
All right, so let's find census.gov. Seems like a pretty good place to look. All right. Let me pull this up on the main screen so we can kind of fucking zoom in on this shit. Yep. All right, here we go. This is percent distribution of population by height and sex 2007 to 2008. So this person was alive and presumably approaching adulthood in this time period.
6'3".
So she was what? 4?
She was 6'3".
6'3" and red hair. Okay, so 6'3". 6'3". Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. It's so confusing. Okay, let me move this over.
Okay, so
Here's the percentages I'm thinking. No? Does it
No,
not have
that's
the...
point.
Does it not have the percentages on here? What good are you? What good are you? What is this number here?
I don't know.
20 years and older. Height was measured from without shoes based on sample subject. Man, here I thought this was going to be what I
Where's
needed.
the male and female? Because I can't tell which one's male and female.
This one's females over here.
there. Yeah, so
Oh,
6'3",
percent under. Okay, so this is
100% under.
So yeah, here we go. Boom, 100%. So she would be at best in the 0.5% of average heights in the United States.
And she'd have.
It
to
would be so easy.
Oh.
She would be so recognizable. Like, ugh. Ugh. With all
the horrible things Lily Orchid has done, June will have to make a second video.
Dude,
Hello there,
Zeo
Gold.
Zeo Gold, what's up, man? Welcome to us absolutely slapping the shit out of this awful human being.
How, like, I guess I don't know anything about this. I'm learning this. I think we're past where.
Yeah, this is all new to me at this point.
We're all learning this together. So I'm curious to see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, as you can see, we're only 30 minutes into this video, so we got a while to go. We've been live for now over an hour.
We talk a lot.
We do. We pause the video constantly. I am going to apologize for that now. I'm sorry for that, but we do have that video linked, and I'm assuming you've probably already watched it since you know who June is. But it's a great video, dude. I love his stuff. He does excellent work. All right, so where do we leave off?
Right here.
Part of me wants to say yes, but part of me wants her to finally learn that she's not going to get away with everything just because she's attractive. Part of me wants her to learn self-control. Then again, it's 30 years. Yeah, how much would she get if she didn't have that on her computer? 3. It's just not true.
Think that'd be enough? I don't know. I assume that's.
I'm gonna hope it scrolls down. There we go.
Was allegedly found on her computer.
I've made a decision. I'm not going to help her. She needs to learn, and her head is thick. I love you, Britt. Ruffles your hair, snuggles in your lap. People. Over our libs of TikTok. I'm not shocked about that in the slightest. Not even a little bit.
The police contacted Lily because she was in emergency contact on Tara's phone. And as such, they asked Lily for a key to
Yeah, that's the thing, is we're pausing a lot because we want to dissect.
Oh, no. Hold on. So, did you catch anything that he just said right there?
No, I was responding to oof.
So Jerry here says, yep, I was the only emergency contact she had, referring to Tara. I just got the phone call. How'd that go? I'm not sure how I feel about it. And the police want the key I have to search her apartment. The police want to come to you, a completely unrelated third party, for a key to enter somebody else's apartment? They wouldn't call a locksmith? They would call some random fucking person?
An apartment, so they couldn't go ask the landlord?
Yeah, that too. I didn't even think of that.
So instead of enlisting a locksmith, they would have.
Yeah! See, June's on the same page as me! This is fucking stupid! Thank you! I feel validated.
Something that in this screenshot, Britt wanted to do, only for Lily to fire back and state that Tara.
Okay, so she's wanting to visit her in jail, and she's like, "No, you can't. She's in solitary."
Has a strict contact list.
Of course she does.
Likely cannot be found. Lily also states here that she cut all ties with her.
This shit was absolutely horrific. I only go to see her to collect another report for her family. But I don't understand. Like, how can anybody believe anything this idiot is saying? Like, we know because we're looking at this from the outside. But do you think if you were here in this scenario, in this situation, you were Brittany Johnson, that you would believe anything this person is saying right now? Because I wouldn't.
No, like, too many things are so circumstantial. Like the fact that what's her name? Tara?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tara is mute. Can't show her face for some reason.
She's camera shy.
Has a strict contact list. No police records. So on and so forth.
6'3", Brandon. With dark red natural hair.
And I mean, I guess I don't know how much Brittany knows about his preferences. So doing it based solely off of that would be like more of a hindsight kind of thing. I'm trying to think of this like if I just watched a few videos and we got talking kind of thing.
Making so many excuses about everything. That's what I'm saying. There's an excuse for everything.
And it's not good excuses.
No,
either.
and it's like easily debunked. Like all you need to do is apply simple, like basic logic, and it just falls apart. Like the line where she's like, "Yeah, I have to go see her to collect reports for her family." If she wanted to give her family reports, her family would come pick that shit up. That's fucking stupid. Like that's the dumbest shit I've read all day. What kind of reports? Investigations and reports on prison behavior. What? What the fuck are you even talking about?
And during a trip to the
do police
to visit Tara, Lily states,
is that something?
Pretty funny moment. I was sitting there in the police department, and one little girl, around 8 or 9.
Of course she was around 8 or 9.
Down next to me.
Because you're a fucking creep.
Question about Tara. She asked me, "Do you know that mean lady in jail?" I said, "I dated the mean lady." She laid a hand on my shoulder and said, "You poor thing."
None of this happened. None of this fucking happened.
No way in hell.
None of this happened at all whatsoever.
Okay.
If an 8-year-old's at a police station, for one, their parents are going to be there with them every time. You cannot be taken to a police station and questioned if you're a minor without your parents. So that right there is just, it's fucking stupid. None of this makes sense. Why am I getting so triggered about this?
And then let's bring this to another thing. Presumably, this 8-9-year-old is there due to Tara, right? Because she knows who Tara is.
Correct.
And we know what Tara did.
Well, we know what Tara has been accused of doing.
Supposedly done.
In this
which
IRL fanfic.
World,
essentially what is happening here is Lily lives in a fan fiction.
Yeah, I was going to say, in Lily's world, we know what must have happened to this child. There's no way in hell an 8-9-year-old would learn that this person has a connection with this monster.
Would not even come. Well, on top of it, too, an 8-year-old wouldn't come out and talk to a complete stranger about something like this.
No.
It would never happen.
No.
Yeah, it's just dumb. There's
stupid. Nothing about that would remotely.
No, not like this story is just stupid. Why even include it? Well, it's that, and it's also she's like manipulating people too, and it's just gross, man. It's so gross.
I mean, literally half of this conversation with Brittany has been Tara trying to get her to stop being a lesbian and become straight so he could date Jerry.
He doesn't want to date her. He just wants to see her tits, dude. He wants nudes. That's what he wants.
Like
or
it's
what she wants.
Fucking.
Or in this point in time, this is Jerry. So what he wants at this point.
Yeah, at this point in time, I assume we can call because Jerry is still a straight man at this point.
Correct.
So I think right now we would say he. I don't know, but I'm going to assume.
Lily also states that Tara wanted Lily to visit her in prison, where Lily claims she did, and, quote, proceeded to beat the ever-loving...
In prison? No. She wanted me to come visit her.
What?
I think
just listen to this sentence. She wanted me to come visit her. I went to visit her, and then proceeded to beat the ever-loving shit out of her. So you went to a prison, and then just beat the shit out of Tara for what reason?
It just physically assaulted somebody, and you're not in jail? First off, how did that even happen? How are you left alone long enough to beat the shit out of somebody with nobody seeing it happen?
Isn't there like a clear glass panel thing, or is that just the movies?
I don't know. I've never been to jail and never visited anybody in jail.
That's kind of what I'm at. I've never been in jail.
From everything I've ever seen, when you go to visit somebody in jail, they sit behind a glass wall with a fucking cell phone or like a landline that they talk to you through, right? Is that how it actually is? I don't know. But I don't imagine
that's what I would assume. I don't imagine you don't want your criminals being in contact with normal people.
Yeah, because that's how you get stuff brought into the prison. Like,
yeah.
No, this is dumb. This person, see, Lily thinks that everybody around her is dumb and stupid, but unfortunately for Lily is the one that is dumb and stupid and just thinks that she's very smart.
Shit out of her. She spat out blood, and that's all I care about at that point.
Okay.
Lily later
I
stated
am
that
so
the arc
confused.
was to happen to quell Britt's suspicions. Lily also claimed.
Oh no! She pointed it out too. How did you manage to get your ass kicking in? At
Because
least.
guards hate pedophile.
No, I'm sorry. This is stupid. I'm sure Brittany is very, very suspicious of this.
Tara beat her up with a studded belt. She also tells Britt that Tara sent her compromising images of Britt a few days before she got arrested for some reason. It also appears that Valkyrie Studios had lost its director. In the 2015 updated and archived fan wikia page, there is still more about Valkyrie Studios. Quote, Ball owns a small media company she created under her own name called Valkyrie Studios. Unquote.
No, that was a full-blown lie. I can tell you exactly what Valkyrie Studios actually was and where it started. I was the first quote-unquote member.
Kendrick Lamar needs to make a song about Lily.
Her sock puppet.
I think we just need to, after I'm done with this video and me and him are done with this discussion and June is done with Lily, I think Lily just needs to be forgotten and never, ever be allowed to be on the internet ever again.
You watched the Gadflies videos on Amber Heard, didn't you, Matthew?
Give me the context of the video.
The I didn't punch you, I hit you.
Yes.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. I think he needs to make one on this.
Maybe. That whole trial was hilariously just awful to watch.
It was also really annoying.
Like, we were just a group of people that she would talk to and keep separate from each other, and she called us a studio.
Even on the Daily Motion archive, Blake Diamond is seen on a live stream with Lily, even presenting the live stream as...
Okay, so again, who the fuck is Blake?
I need to ask you the implying to set into the structure.
Which one of these is Lily?
As it so happens,
I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm assuming Judge at the end there.
Tara and Lily, they berated Blake, calling him a butt monkey or...
Okay, Blake, you are aware that Jerry is always in a constant state of rehearsal, right? You're his live stream partner, and you're supposed to be the butt monkey in live streams, kind of like Rooster Teeth does. So he's always rehearsing for it. Before I left for Greece, he had a notebook filled. I just don't care. There's just so much like conjecture and just lies. It's lies on top of lies.
To manipulate and verifies that she is a manipulative person. Quote, because Blake looks for yes men, and I am most assuredly not it. If you're the kind of person who is
Blake probably doesn't like you because you're a piece of shit.
And embodies the very word
because you're a manipulative piece of shit.
Oh, hey, you know what I just noticed? What he's reading right now was what got shit.
reading earlier.
Yeah.
Blake's wife responded to Lily's attacks by stating, quote, perhaps Blake doesn't like you because you're a manipulative egomaniac, and most people don't like manipulative egomaniacs.
Good job, Brandon. Fucking nailed it, dude.
Blake declares amnesty to terrorists. Blake's wife also responded to by disagreeing with Lily, and this was not the last
oh my
post
goodness.
Blake's wife responded to. At this point, Lily, towards Blake's wife, states this.
So I'd just like to point out that I guess this is
your
Tara
camera.
saying Blake only likes
your
yes men,
camera.
Right?
Tilt your camera down.
Look. Oh, when you're like that, okay. Looks fine on the end.
Oh, that's because you're leaning forward now. There you go. That'll be. There we go. Perfect. Now I can't
Anyways,
see your balls.
Back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. Tara is the one saying Blake is a yes man, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I just want to point this out that Blake's wife seems like anything but a yes man.
What do you mean?
She is constantly disagreeing with Tara and being on the forefront of this by the sounds of it.
Yeah, but
which is not how a yes man would react.
You were correct. Sometimes you do pull out some big brain thoughts. I hadn't caught that, but you were correct.
It's the kind of conversation where if we had been standing in the same room, I would have belted her.
Okay, hold on. I haven't seen that. I never saw you that angry, honestly, and it didn't have a hint of humor where you there, which gave me the shit gets personal vibe. That's the kind of conversation where I don't care.
At the start of 2014, Lily's inner circle through her faux studio included Britt, Nintendo Gal 55, Blake Diamond, and Tara.
There's Blake!
The latter two.
Okay, So how many people here are real? Blake is real. Lily is real.
Blake,
Britt
Britt,
is
and
real.
Lily.
I don't know about
So
Nintendo
3 out
Gal.
of 5.
Nintendo Gal.
Well, Nintendo Gal did at least have a female-sounding voice, but that could have been somebody else.
Like, we're just gonna
Like
say
Britt.
Nintendo Gal is an unknown currently. So
Nintendo Gal is potential.
she's potentially a real person. It's very difficult to keep track of who is real and who is made up in this shit.
Within this circle. While Britt continued her friendship with Lily, Nintendo Gal 55
Gotta feel bad for June having to go through this, though, you know?
business partner of sorts.
Like,
One that would
yikes.
offer Lily's
Trying to figure out the overarching threads.
combined word count is 728,789.
Holy
That
shit.
means from start to finish, if listening to the words at 150 words per minute, it would take 80 hours and 55 minutes just to get through. Considering its contents, this is one of the least shocking facts. This is none other than the Stockholm series.
I got a new series for you, Brandon. There you go. When you get done with the Aragon series, Stockholm series by Lily Orchard. Let's fucking do it. We'll do reviews of them. Come on, let's do it. We can do reviews. Brandon.
No.
Reviews.
No.
As of right now, there are 9 archived works. There are also several works that Lily abandoned, meaning that there were more than this. As for the 9 recovered, the longest entry is 239,000 words. The shortest is just
I don't want to spend 80
and
hours
appears to be an incomplete
melting my
version of
brain.
An entry of the same name. Other works in the series are largely tagged as incomplete, cancelled, or on hiatus. As for the stories themselves, they are undoubtedly set in the My Little Pony universe. Unlike
Boy, never would
previous
have been
stories, her own
surprised about
characters,
that,
such as
Brandon.
Cynthia, make a return. Again, being described as having red hair and being so tall it scares people.
There you go.
This is the exact same.
Clearly, Lily has a type. Extremely tall redheads.
Of the Essentia character written in Doomsday Ascending. These very distinct descriptions are also the only way Terra Calli has ever
How
been
tall
described.
is Lily?
Did you just hear that?
I didn't hear that.
That's a big one.
This is the exact same description of the Essentia character written in Doomsday Ascending. These very distinct descriptions are also the only way Terra Calli has ever been described.
Essentia was one of her self-inserts. Yeah, like she'll deny that,
Yep.
but based on how she's used Essentia over the years, how she talks about her, the fact that she was
Yep.
actually her main World of Warcraft character for a while, the fact that if you were to take how she compares Terra Calli and Essentia side by side, they're basically the same person.
Side note, Lily also uploaded her save game of Skyrim to Nexus Mods, where she played through the entire game as Essentia. These screenshots of her character are again fitting her canon description, but not all of Lily's characters are derived entirely from fiction. In the first entry of Stockholm, named
okay.
Stockholm, there
So
is
she's
a
gonna start
character
writing
named
people she
Tyler
knows
Ryan.
into them?
This character, while
Yeah.
inherently fictional, is the creation and representation.
You know what makes that extra fucking weird? You know these are gonna just be nothing but booty clapping fucking jizz flinging stories, Brandon. That's all they're gonna be.
Yeah, she's going to start writing sexual natures into people she knows.
Could you imagine being one of the sorry bastards who just so happens to fucking learn that you are one of the My Little Pony characters getting absolutely fucking plowed in one of her stories, dude?
Representation of Josh Scorcher, a creator that Lily looked up to at this point. As for Stockholm, the first entry of the series revolves around the character Rainbow Dash, modified to fit Lily's perversions. The character, though canonically female, now has a penis. Is described as intersex. The character,
What?
though canonically female, now has.
I don't know if I should hit the applause button for that or the fucking sad trombone, dude.
A penis, is described as intersex and has an uncontrollable lust for minors. In the
Oh, we got some zooms outs. Some zoom outs, Brandon. We're gonna read some.
described as intersex and has an uncontrollable.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna read 1, 2, 3, 4, the first 4, and then you get the next bit that you can read. Wait, you know about it? Twilight asked in surprise. Fluttershy explained it to me last week. I kind of turned to Rainbow kind of turned Rainbow on by accident. Sweetie Belle?
Matthew,
No!
you're reading this right. You gotta read this the way they wrote it.
What do you mean? Fluttershy
There's
explained
no
it.
pause on Rainbow on by accident. You paused there.
Oh, I was trying to. Yeah, whatever.
Process.
Sweetie Belle said, shrinking down at Twilight's look. It's true, Fluttershy said softly. Anyways, Rainbow spoke up. It's not that I didn't appreciate what you did, kiddo. It's not that. That kind of thing isn't exactly something I can avoid or get over. That's what I first thought about being. Your turn.
Don't even dare make that comparison, Sweetie Belle. Rainbow said sternly. Being gay and having desires towards minors are two completely different things.
Yes, they are.
You're not hurting anyone being gay. I'm not hurting anyone being gay. And we can both express that with people we care about. But I can't express this with anyone without hurting someone. Shrinking back, Sweetie Belle bit her lip nervously.
I've also
sorry.
I've also never, ever seen a single female, male, doesn't matter, ever bite their lip nervously. I know that's written into like media and shit and like comics and crap, but I have never seen human do that ever. You ever seen anybody do that shit? Be honest.
No.
I haven't. Because it's not something that people do. You might, like, bite your tongue. That's something people do to keep themselves from speaking.
Anyways, no. Don't worry about it, kid. Don't worry about it, kid. I know you didn't mean it like that. The point is, though, it just really won't go away. I don't know how to control it better or what I could do to avoid it ever happening. Fluttershy looked helplessly over at Twilight as she rubbed her friend's shoulder blades, shaking her head. Sweetie Belle stepped over and sat in Rainbow's... I'm done.
Brandon's like, all right, we're getting kind of... All right, hold on.
And about her fantasy.
It's hard to say. I just imagine doing them a lot. Okay, going on. Moving on with my fucking day. Why MLP? Why? I agree.
You'll find that once you do, you'll be feeling less guilty about yourself.
I missed it. What happened? What? I'm invested. What happened?
You relax, enjoy your fantasies. There you go.
So this character, who is based off of a content creator, is now trying to convince Rainbow Dash to sexually attack a child. Oh my god.
And less likely to think you'll do something you'll regret. Think about how you'd feel if one of those girls were over and were making you excited, but you had the security of knowing you can go upstairs and take care of yourself once they've left.
Okay, so he's not, right?
Okay, no, he's saying...
It is important to note.
Go up and stroke your giant horse penis.
Keep it fantasy.
Who is a minor.
Okay.
And then proceeded to pleasure yourself to them. Though these characters are taken from the My Little
I cannot like put myself in that mindset that these are sexualized characters. I just can't. I fucking physically can't do it. I've never understood why there's so much of that shit in this fan group.
Pony universe, they are described as...
It's in every fan group.
Yeah, but it seems really egregious in the brony community, Brandon.
That's because they're all females.
Oh my! You want to read that middle paragraph, Brandon? I'll read the first one. I'll start.
I was gonna say...
Rainbow covered her eyes with her hands. She's a horse.
Read it.
Horse does not have hands.
Before I say yes or no to reading it. How about that?
I'll read it. Though the change of position threw her off a bit, Fluttershy eagerly partook in the escalation. Her own tongue darted about, curiously dancing along Rainbow Dash. Dancing along rainbows as she explored her mouth once again. They don't have fingers.
This might be humanoid. I don't know. There was that movie.
Oh, yeah. Their bodies pressing closer, moaning between their mouths. She could feel the telltale bulge along the fabric of her robe sandwiched between them. It occurred to her that it would more than likely lead further, but her mind was all but tossed out the window.
I'll read this next one, because we go from that to Reva reached down and pulled her socks off her feet, freeing her warm toes from their prison. All right, deal again.
I don't understand.
There are elements of highly descriptive sex scenes written to gratify these things. Things like pedophilia and incest. This is not just in Stockholm Actual. It affects every following piece of the Stockholm series. The incest is typically between sisters or a daughter and a mother. There is also an obsession with the age of 14 and 15. Many characters are described as that age or have important events that took place in their life when they were that age. This, like many other...
Oh, do you want to read these, or do you want to just keep going?
Sure.
You want the first or second?
I'll do it unless something really bad is
all right.
inevitably
All right, Brandon.
said.
Well, he's not... See, I'm comfortable with reading them because I know June's not going to put something big on his fucking video.
You silly. Fluttershy giggled. We're about 15 at the time. It was warm summer day, so I put on this little white sundress I had just bought. We were playing around at the park for old time's sake, since we did all that all the time as kids. Then it started to rain, and I mean rain really hard, since we'd left our phones at home. We had to run all the way back to her house because of it. I was soaking wet, and I actually didn't put a bra on that day. Poor Rainbow was freaking out, trying not to touch me, and was holding her back over her crotch?
Hold on, dude. What? I've got a raging hard on. Let me just... there we go. Just rip my fucking spinal cord out and hide my dick with it. What? What? I need that explained. How does that happen? How do you hide your back?
See, you took it that way. I took it as she turned her body completely like backwards and then just like bent her back over.
Okay. Rainbow didn't respond. Rainbow didn't respond for a moment or two, but she sighed heavily and looked out the window. We got there and we're just making out like crazy. It started awesome, but then she felt the dick in my pants and freaked out. Keep in mind, guys, My Little Pony. And one of these, I assume, is Fluttershy.
And they were 15 and 14.
So they're kids. So this is fucking weird. This is almost as weird. Almost. Stephen King. What the fuck? I read it.
Are you talking about... Yeah, literally, I can't watch that movie because it makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Oh, actually, they were smart enough in the writing room when they made the movie for it to leave that disgusting shit out. So it's not in the movie.
I know about the worst part, but literally every single problem that's not the alien space clown in that movie is because almost every single one of them wants to fuck the 14-year-old.
Kind of. She thought I was, no joke, a drag queen. I tried explaining it to her, but then her folks walked in. They started yelling at her, and then at me. And I found out that the girl was 14. And she did not look 14 at all. I found out she used a fake ID to get in the bar, and I got ugly. So I got out of there, and went back to the dorm, and pretty much pretended like nothing happened. Scary thing was, I didn't care if she was that young. She was hot, and I wanted to fuck her. I just didn't want to get caught.
Do you know what movie I think Lily liked a lot?
It?
Huh?
It?
No. Worse than that.
Here, I thought you were making like a looping joke here. Lucky for me, she didn't press charges, nor did her parents. No one found out about it anyways. Leaves me free to pursue other 14-year-olds because I'm a fucking disgusting EDP sympathizer. What were you going to say?
Cuties. Have you ever heard of that movie, Cuties?
No.
Oh.
Is that something I should look up or not?
I would.
You wouldn't?
It's basically a official movie that tries to play like pressures of society on underage girls who then try to flaunt their bodies. So it's basically just
Oh,
extended.
it's one of those fucking beauty pageant things. You ever seen
but
the
it's like
audience
it's
at
like
those?
It's like a full movie.
Oh my God, Brandon! So your mother used to watch lots of reality TV, and there was a reality TV show where it was like a fucking, oh, we got a bunch of little tiny 7 and 6-year-old girls. We're gonna dress them up and put makeup on them and have them walk around this fucking, because it makes them feel beautiful. It makes them they're excited to do it. They have fun doing it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the pageants themselves. Then they panned to the audience. Then I had issues because everybody there in the audience was like sweating and licking their chops. It was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen on live television.
Literally, in that movie, they put the girls in suggestive poses and like pole dancing and shit. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah, that's not okay. See, I'm talking about beauty pageants. Like some little girls really like to do that sort of thing, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, like some little girls like to feel pretty and like to, dress up and, But then you go and you see the people there. I think it was Family Guy. Did something where like they were having that, and like a bunch of cops came in and arrested a bunch of people.
We're getting off track. Let's get back to this. We started talking about Family Guy, although Family Guy does play a role in this story.
The age of 14. Because you got the whole Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo situation in Stockholm, where Scootaloo was 14. You have the Mod Pie and Pinkie Pie stuff. There was the Rarity and Sweetie Belle in Stockholm.
Virtually all characters within every entry are...
Yeah, Matthew, you wanted me to read this.
Even the minors are having...
Yeah, I've changed my mind. I don't want to review this. Oh boy, Brandon, we got another excerpt. You wanna start?
Okay. Oh, this girl's beyond naughty. Pervy said with a chuckle.
Who is Pervy?
A new character.
Is Pervy OC? Oh wait,
I hope
that's
so.
Okay. That's
no. I'll read until.
I'll start on I want to know. Tell me, Pervy giggle.
I'll read until the end of no. Oh, this girl's beyond naughty. All I can think about is the fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Read.
Okay, wait, what? Rainbow snapped her gaze to Sweetie Belle in surprise. Okay, wait a minute. Back up. Me and Rarity? Where'd that come from? Rarity was how I realized I was gay, Sweetie Belle said, quieter than before, sitting back down on her chair. I saw her naked a few times and I liked it. I really liked it. Before I came out to Apple Bloom and asked her out, I used to fantasize about my sister. Damn, she's really got a thing for older women, Pervy laughed. Who the fuck is Pervy? Anyways, Rainbow nodded, shifting in her seat a bit. Okay, then understandable. I've sure fantasized about older women when I was your age. Does Rare know about that? No.
I'm not reading my section, Brandon. I'm not reading my section at all.
Did you go a bit further?
I read my section. I'm not reading it.
But that didn't stop me from being a little creeper.
Well, okay.
Having these thoughts, one of them in the Dash family entry states, quote, when she's changing or taking a shower or trying to be alone.
Thank you, June. I'm glad you're reading it.
I was still spying on my sister, and sometimes I steal her underwear, unquote.
Okay, so he's not going to read the whole thing.
Had her panties stolen by Rainbow Dash in the first entry of Stockholm, but was allowed to see her while she was...
And there we go. And Rainbow bit her lip. What is with that? That's like the 7th time I've seen it in her writing.
Was institutionalized. In this entry, there's also a different
the little creeper thing got me.
Dr. Wolf, who prescribes Rainbow Dash, specifically risperidone, which is an antipsychotic, something Lily likely became familiar with when she was institutionalized as a teen. Also in the story, Rainbow Dash imagines a younger form of herself, who she initially named Pervy, but then later renamed CL. Initially an imaginary fetish piece,
So-
CL
Hold on.
That's your sister. Calm down. Oof, I'm sorry I didn't see your comment. That shit's hilarious. Thank you for that. Your thought.
Wait, is what a fetish? But so the pervy was not in the room; it was in Rainbow's head.
Correct.
Okay, I don't think Sweetie Belle ever talked to pervy.
I don't.
guess that's
Brandon, it doesn't matter. The writing is shit. The writing
I
is
agree.
literally the story literally exists
no.
for Lily to project her fucking disgusting fantasies. That is what this is for.
So-
That is all this is for.
So, to answer your question, lip biting like that is not a fetish. It probably is a fetish to somebody, but like biting your lip nervously is just a way to display that, like, the feeling that the person is saying it with, to show that they are nervous. It is a tick that I don't know if still used to this day, but people used to use in the past, and so it's just kind of transitioned through literature.
Yeah, it's a non-existing human action. Me and Brandon were talking about it earlier. I don't know if you were here for it, but I've never. I'm 32 years old. I've seen a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people, and I have never a singular time in my life have I ever seen anybody bite their lip that way, ever, never.
But like you'll see it all the time in like cartoons and stuff. Where
Anime
they'll bite their
is
lip.
real big.
Anime, normal cartoons, you'll see it. You'll read it in books. It's not a fetish thing. It's just like a way of describing a feeling the characters.
But in
having.
this
It's an expression.
in this medium, I would say it's probably fetishy.
manages to slowly and inexplicably turn corporeal. The issue with her turning into a real person is that she will be taken away from Rainbow Dash. Quote, okay, as much as I want to be real, I certainly don't.
So is this also having self-cess now?
Yes. Rainbow Dash is about to create a mini version of a young version of herself that she can then fuck. That she can then...
So she can have sex with.
Yes, because look, I told you she was adorable. Rainbow grinned, hugging the both of them. Hey, if you can throw stuff around, I wonder if I can get you pregnant. Yes, that is the reason.
I don't want to be thrown out and kept away from Dash, but still,
No!
But still,
Brandon, I want
know.
I want to get that on the soundboard. Remind me.
This is what Stockholm is. Bizarre, grotesque, and a crime in Canada. First and foremost, a child in this connotation is described as anyone under the age of 18.
Yep.
And as Lily clearly defines them with humanistic traits, they are, quote, visual works of the imagination, unquote. And even imaginary, this kind of writing is not exactly illegal. It becomes illegal when distributed. And by her own words, through her distributing it, it contains, quote, scenes of violence, sexual content, depictions of domestic abuse, depictions of mental illness, depictions of ephebophilia, mentions...
Google that, I don't know what that means.
...of redacted...
Do you want me to?
Yeah, what is it?
An incorrect depiction.
Okay, I have to actually use my
person,
computer for
negative
this. We'll
depictions
pause
in
it.
the field of psychiatry,
I don't want to pause it.
Well, I need to look at the word. I don't know how to spell that.
Oh, I'll spell it for you. EPHEBOPHILIA.
depictions of toxic relationships and other such objectionable content, unquote.
Ephebophilia is a sexual interest in mid to late adolescents, typically ages 15 to 19.
So it's just a pedophile. Why do we got to give it a special fucking name? They're all just disgusting pedophiles.
Everything has a special fucking name.
Apologizing for how she framed intersex individuals, but as her work was discovered and criticized, she sought to distance herself from it.
Her narrative
Where
for
are we
that
at?
has changed quite a bit. Like she went from
We got about another 15 minutes, guys.
she would post about it on her Tumblr. She would talk to me about it in DMs.
Appreciate you all
She set
hanging
up
out with us tonight,
whole
learning about
separate
Lily
Tumblr
Orchard.
specifically for
We
it.
will continue this.
And then
Probably tomorrow if Brandon has a decent night at work.
I did write it, but other people edited in the graphic scenes involving underage characters, and
Of course they did.
From,
Of course
Wait.
they did. Of course they did.
Okay, so you wrote it.
But she
And
didn't
then-
write the parts that people have issues with. She just wrote the parts that were good, which is
and
none of
then
it.
the
And none of it is
editors
good.
Came and was like, "Do you know what this needs?"
Lots and lots of incestuous pornography that involves children.
With children. And was this Tara who wrote this?
This is Lily at this point.
Is Lily wrote this one?
Yes.
And Lily was like, "You know what? Good idea."
Yeah,
But
pretty
then
much.
She's just like, it wasn't me."
No, I didn't do it. They added it. I just said okay.
But the entire story revolves around this, so how does that work?
Oh, it was Nintendo Gal. It was like
Still don't even know if Nintendo Gal is real.
she didn't write it. She didn't
For
write
sure.
the sex scenes. Other people did, and whoever did would change based on whoever she was trying to.
Because it's not true.
Though Lily did write Stockholm, it is also true that she wasn't its only author. Nintendo Gal 55 co-wrote the works. The Stockholm series seems to have ranged from 2014 to 2015. Throughout this time period, Nintendo Gal 55 was quite expressive
We will,
in how the writing was
yeah, we'll
affecting
stop
her.
at the end of this chapter.
In just late 2013, she responding to a question asking if she
Especially
liked
since the
Pokemon,
next chapter's
stated,
super long.
quote, "That's
Mhm.
a personal no-no for me. If other people like it, that's fine. It's not exactly illegal as redacted, but it's..."
I'm gonna guess that's. You think maybe CP?
It can't be.
Why?
It doesn't have enough letters for it to be the full thing.
No, the asterisks there are not the letters themselves. There's letters under those.
That's true. Maybe, but
I just wish we would stop censoring so many fucking words. They're just
Right?
like
They're words.
They're words. They're words. They're
Why do we
words
have
that
to
give me the
censor things?
context for what this person is talking about. I'd like to have that context.
That is actually a very important context to the statement. It is very important.
The thing that I don't understand is if that is what that says, it has pedophilia right there and it's fine. So why is this one in particular? I don't know. It's really aggravating to me.
Unquote. But in the coming months, she had a change of heart because she took part in writing Stockholm. As revealed, it was through the convincement of Lily. Quote, "You're talking to the gal who managed to convince her that writing Twilight as a redacted and Rainbow Dash as a redacted..."
See, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like,
That one has to be only 3 letters.
no, I would say
4 at max.
4 to 5, maybe.
That'd been a good idea.
It's just annoying.
I think I can manage this. Unquote. Nintendo Gal 55 in a
Like, at least give me the first and last letter of the words,
Quote,
so that we can
"It
fill in those
involved
blanks
and
ourselves.
it was so awful. I would read all of my original fanfics from 10 years ago, then ever write or read that again. I didn't just hate how the scene became. I felt physically uncomfortable reading it and writing it. It wasn't just uncomfortable, it was painful. All throughout Stockholm, the worst I ever felt was sad. Now sad, I can handle that perfectly fine. Even the descriptions of the domestic abuse, while unnerving, weren't graphically written and didn't affect me that badly. Yes, Essentia terrified me in the story, but I can also handle fear. But physical discomfort from writing/reading something so terribly uncomfortable and painful? No way. I was honestly on the verge of tears. Thankfully, Ballspawn understood and offered that we make it less like that. It turned out so much better after that. I am forever thankful for her compassion and letting us redo that scene.
Compassion? You want to call that compassion? You were literally... I was honestly on the verge of tears. It took that for this piece of shit to be like, yeah, all right, let's remove all the incestual fucking,
I
assaulting
assume
of our children in this
worse,
story.
right?
Oh God, what did I hit? Oh no, my email.
Hey, Val. Wait, that just shows it was worse, right?
Yeah.
And they had to
I don't think that
dumb it down.
Did that actually even show my email? No. Okay, we're good. Why is there a shortcut to do that on my keyboard? God damn it.
I don't even want to know.
Unquote. Nintendo Gal 55 can now hardly be found, and that appears to be intentional.
I tried to reach out to her once, and I don't think she wants anything to do with any
Where
of
did the
this
chat
anymore.
and shit go?
Like, I know she was incredibly uncomfortable to the point of having.
Are we
emotional
even live
breakdowns
anymore?
when
I
she
don't
was
know.
Dealing with Lily's shit.
Okay, hold on. Be quiet. You, for whatever reason, apparently there's a button.
I think we can confirm though that Nintendo Girl is a real person.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
I gotta find the fucking
3 people.
I gotta find the live stream again, Brandon. I hit a button, and the button closed out my fucking browser.
No, we're still alive at least.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
There's that at least.
I have the stream open.
YouTube Studio. Where the God, I hate the way they've changed this shit. There we go. Okay, and click this. Yeah, I want to. Can I please? I hate this. Here we go. No, not that button either. There we go. I found the control panel. I found it. I have access to the chat again. Oof, I can read your messages. Sorry about that, guys. I found a button that I didn't know existed. Okay.
We're almost done.
Like, Lily manipulated and coerced her into helping her with it.
Still, in 2015, Lily would stop writing Stockholm entries due to the immense amount of criticism she was getting. Quote, "No, the fun of this whole series is gone. This isn't one person. I've had to deal with these paranoid, delusional little liars for almost 2 years, and despite my best efforts to purge them from my view, it still gets through." Unquote. She was also, as per this ask, accused of being a pedo. Not for Stockholm, though that was likely.
Oh, what the fuck? What is that? Who's Fire Rose? There's too many names.
Per this
Dude, shipping Fire Rose makes you a total pedo. So, Fire Rose, I'm assuming Fire and Rose being two separate people, I would assume. Are you on fucking crack? Both of these people are over the age of consent in 3/4 of North America. You dumbass. What twisted logic are you operating on here? Have you been eating paste for every meal since childhood? So how old is this person? Do you know?
The Fire Rose?
Or Fire, or I'm assuming there's probably more to their names.
I'm really confused here because hold on. This person says, "Are you on fucking crack?" Both of these people are over the age of consent.
So this, okay, so it took me a hot minute to realize what we were looking at here earlier on in the live stream. So this, what you're seeing here in the bold lettering at the top is the question that somebody's asking.
Is what the guy is
yes,
asking.
and then this is Lily's response underneath.
Yeah. For some reason, I knew that because we figured it out earlier with
yeah, we did.
Kara.
Yeah.
I just completely ignored it.
Yeah, so that's what happened. I just don't know who these people are.
Not for Stockholm, though that was likely happening, but because of Fire Rose. Shipping is essentially creating the portmanteau of a desired couple's name. And as such, the unwilling participants are encouraged to be in a relationship as done by the action. And so, in this case, a 23-year-old Josh Scorcher, represented through his character Firebrand, was being shipped with a 17-year-old content creator, Ink Rose.
Alright, that's not as fucking creepy and weird as I was expecting it to be. There's a very small age gap there. And she is 17, and Lily is correct. In large parts of the United States, 17-year-old, with parent consent. That's the thing. It has to be with parent consent. In most cases, you are allowed to get married at 17.
But
even 16.
Still shipping a minor.
Yeah, you still should probably not do that. It's probably not okay. Probably shouldn't do that. But it's
my 2 cents is that I've always thought shipping real life people is just fucking weird.
That too. I didn't realize they were real people. I was under the assumption they were going to be characters in like a story or something.
Characters, but they're based off of real people.
But they're actual people.
Yeah.
Also,
worries me.
In her post, Lily was making the argument that Ink Rose was over the age of consent in 3/4 of America, and allegedly they did go on a date.
I think Josh and Ink ended up, like, going out to get food or something one time, and immediately realized how weird it was, and...
Yeah, it would have been weird.
By the way, we're on the next chapter.
We are on the next chapter. Guys, I'm just trucking along here. Ladies and gentlemen, Oof. Bannerford, you were here for a hot minute. Who else was here? We had a couple new people pop through.
Zio.
Yeah, Zio Gold. Hope to see you in some future streams. No, we had somebody else too, I think. Nope. That's it. That's just you 4, 3, 4, whatever. Guys, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us for this live stream. We will be live again tomorrow, depending on how his day goes at work. We will continue this. Try to get through this by the end of the week. But as you can see, we're 44 minutes in. We have been live for 2 hours. So we'll see how things go, how they progress. If you like this content and you want to see us do more discussion halls as opposed to gaming and live streams, around gaming, let us know in the comments, man. Hit us with those likes. Sub to the channel if you haven't done so already, and we will catch you tomorrow night for the continuation of The Crimes of Lily Orchard by Joon The King. Oh, yeah, also, check out his video. It's linked in the description. Definitely do that, because it absolutely deserves your view and absolutely deserves your like. So, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Till then, have a good night. Brandon, thank you for joining me. I had fun. Hope you did too. Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Bye, guys.
I'm tired.